Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Good Morning Source Gaming. Sorry for the delay, but some things happened. How's it all going? By the way, here's the here's the Joker in the thumbnail, in the chat now. I made it for this thumbnail, and I honestly wasn't expecting it to go as far as it did, but you haven't seen it already. There it is. Gonna pop over to this. We do not have Spazzy here right now. Let me turn that off. No, that's me. But there we go. Hello. I am a Shadow Link. I'm your host for today. For the first time, it is not Colin. Well, I'm going to pop in some more. Just a moment. But I know how y'all are doing. Had a busy week. Unexpectedly busy. We had some surprise news. Joker 2.0 revealed out of the blue for Smash. Going to have Hamada come in when I unmute the peanut gallery, and Phantom will be here. So, without further delay, I'm going to mute the peanut gallery. Hello. Introduce yourself, peanut gallery. Yes. Recording. So, how are you doing? Is not here, Hamada? Oh, hold on. One moment. I know the problem. Up. Switch audio devices. There we go. Speak again.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
There we go. Sorry about that.
Uh-huh.
Let me know if Hamada's too loud or not. I'll turn him down. It looks
I'm
like
always
he's too loud. I'm gonna turn
I'm
him
always
down.
I'm always too loud.
There we go. Okay, reintroduce yourself.
All right, people. Good morning. I'm Hamada 520. Follow me on Twitter. Did someone say just mute him?
Just mute him. Wow.
What did I do to get on? What did I do to you?
Well, so how are you enjoying the new Smash update?
And I'm surprised. It's pretty good so far. I think Joker's really fun to use. I don't like Persona 5, but so I didn't really go in expecting much. But Joker is a really fun character, even if you don't like Persona. And I like the stage you brought with them. I think the whole Mementos stage color changing thing is something that more stages should do like that. And I also think it's pretty cool that it's tournament legal,
Oh, it's tournament legal?
like counterpick or something like that.
Oh,
Hazardless.
I thought it'd be banned pretty soon. Nice. Cool. I like more not banned stages. The more stages we
Mhm.
have access to, the better, honestly, because
Mhm.
it can get a bit repetitive.
Yeah, exactly. Also, that means the more music we can see in tournaments.
Hopefully, I don't think the Persona music is licensed, so I think it'll be okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was a problem. That could be a problem.
No,
So,
it's good. Persona music is made in house, so I don't think there will be any problems with it, unless Atlas copyright claims everything and blocks all streams like they usually do.
Oh yeah, well then, I mean, let's just hope that doesn't happen. I also really like even though I'm having trouble working with stage build, like I've tried, I'm kind of having trouble like making the shapes I want. It's still like it's still like functional enough that people can make some pretty have made some pretty cool stuff with it already, right?
Yeah, I've seen some cool stuff. I've seen I've seen a lot of memes. A lot of
Oh yeah, of
memes.
course. Oh, of course. Well, that was just obvious that was gonna happen.
Yeah, people got to that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Is the rest of the gang?
Am I not enough for you?
We've got one
Am I a
more
joke?
in the
Am I a
wings
joke to
coming.
you?
All right, hold up,
Oh
fellas.
fuck! Oh god!
Oh god.
I had to completely cancel all my plans so I could salvage this episode.
We're doing just fine, man.
First of all, I put a joke about Stuck in the Middle with You in the title, and you don't use the Payday 2 Reservoir Dogs heist music in the intro.
Listen, I don't.
How dare you? Second of all, no one fucking tweeted this out.
No one tweeted this out. Oh,
So
no.
I'm gonna do that now. Put me in
This is about to become a very different. This is about to become a very different stream.
Yes, yes, it is. And third of all, hello everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Source Gaming. We're a little bit late; some things came up, but how's everybody doing today?
Doing fine. I was like one of the only people awake when the stream started. But besides that, I'm fine.
You were awake before the streamer was.
Yeah, I was. I got showered and I was ready to go to Costco, but now I'm not at Costco, and I can't get Costco pizza.
Alright,
Don't blame me.
it's all my fault. Everything's my fault.
It's okay.
Always
My
my
dad's
fault.
bringing me back some Costco pizza.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. So what happened this week? Nintenjex isn't here to defend himself.
Alright, it's time to
I'll
go
do it.
into him hard.
It's time to late. Didn't you guys know that Cuphead is a literally perfect masterpiece? You know, okay, I gotta say a thing about the Cuphead review that Nanten put out this week. I don't know if any of you listening now were any of the people who screamed in the comments without watching the video. Why are you guys surprised? Everyone said this about Cuphead like 2 years ago when it came out. Cuphead's a really good game, but I mean, it's no Metal
game?
Slug.
It's not the. It's no. It's no. Explore
It's no
the Sky.
Contra. What?
It's no Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explore the Sky for the Nintendo DS.
Stop bringing up Mystery Dungeon all the time.
I'm joking.
Why do you do this? Who are you?
There's a reason no one wants me on these streams, you know?
I mean, you just haven't had a mic.
But I just happen to have a mic.
Now you have a mic.
Okay.
Anyway, what else happened this week?
Look, I don't need you taking your aggression out on me just because I mentioned the best game ever. I'm not the one who
You're not into Cuphead. Don't say that. Don't do that.
I never said I was, but just don't come at me like that.
Oh, man.
I remember waking up on. The video was released on Thursday, right? I remember waking up and then seeing we had like 57 dislikes, and I'm just like, oh no.
There was like one person in the comments who was like, see, Game Explain also thought the game was only okay, but they didn't put it in the title, so that's okay. And it's like, what?
Did we call the game just okay, or did I miss that part?
We called it. The title says great visuals, average gameplay. Yeah.
No, I saw the thing, but that doesn't mean he just called it an okay game.
He doesn't even call it average in the review. Like if you watch it, he's just like, it's not the best video game ever. Oh hey, it's Phantom Z2 Chaos.
Okay.
What is up, Phantom C2 Chaos?
Hello, Phantom.
Balance his audio so he doesn't blow out the ears of everyone first. There we go. There we go.
Like you did to me when I mentioned Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important.
It's important.
All right, Phantom, you're good to go.
Good morning.
Good morning, Source Gamer.
Yeah, good morning, Source Gamer. Pretty tired.
Good morning, Source Gamers.
Go up just.
Sorry. Let me check my mic. See if it's on the right setting. Yeah, it is. On the high
All right,
one.
yeah, you're good. You're good now. Here we go.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Doing fine. So, as we were saying, what do you guys think about the Smash update?
I haven't played it yet.
They added some cool stuff.
So the night that the Smash update came out, the update for Travis Strikes Again hit. So I was like, I'm playing that instead.
Wait, did you not be able to get on it because the server crashes, or did it come out earlier?
Travis came out before the Smash update, so I was already
Lucky.
like in that.
I was having problems downloading the Smash update, but I had also just picked up Hellblade and Truberbrook, and I was kind of more interested in playing those.
Oh, well, clearly, you guys have other stuff to do, but all I had was Smash, so, I guess if you guys want me to...
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. So I need to put Phantom.
Well, as I was saying, update's pretty good. So a small detail I noticed that I really liked was that in the base game, Chrome's Victory fanfare or whatever would use the generic Fire Emblem Victory theme instead of the Awakening one, and that drove me crazy. But surprisingly, the update fixed that.
Oh, it was a mistake, huh?
I told you guys it was, and you guys were all like, "Oh no, he's a main character, so he uses the generic one."
I was trying to justify.
Well, it didn't deserve justifying, clearly.
Apparently not.
Yes, the German game, the one that you had me back on Kickstarter, and I just got my Kickstarter code for. Thank you very much.
Well, at least I know now when I upbeat people into the abyss, I'll be able to hear id purpose.
That is if you don't die first.
I've had pretty good luck. Honestly, they said that it's more often for you to die first now, but I've had my Crom fall into the abyss like far before my opponent did, and I've still won. It's
Wait, what?
Crom does not function as intended.
Clearly.
He is broken right now. Like, he doesn't even have the funny up B is completely broken now.
Whoa, Spazzy's here.
I've been here the entire time, guys. What's up?
You haven't.
Been here the entire time.
Hey, Spazzy,
Yeah,
how long can you stay?
I mean, I can stay, I can go, I can come back, all sorts of things.
The party.
All right, see you later, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
Oh,
Anyway,
There's
did he
Bradley.
actually leave?
Yes.
Fuck. Well, got a bunch of red names. Got a bunch of me. That's it. Hi.
what did
Welcome, Spazzy. Have you played the Smash 3.0 update?
I have.
Oh boy.
Did you like it?
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. You should go on.
I don't know. I just listen. The thing I was looking forward to is Stage Builder, and I still enjoy it, but I feel like it's something that, and it's a Sakurai thing because I see it when everything's like, you know, one step forward, one step back. I won't say 2 steps back.
It's not a step back from the Wii U one.
No, the Wii U one had so many textures. Why does this one have like 5 textures? It's
This one has a lot of
stupid.
textures. This one has
Like,
enough textures. It has all it needs.
Denim.
no, dude, it does not. You're saying if I want to make a stone object, I have to make a marble object because that's the same thing? Because that is not the same thing.
Look, I'm just happy that we have multiple layers because that's just a cool detail that lets you actually like add art and actual like depth to your stage instead of making
it
like
is,
a flat
but when you
picture
actually-
that you
when you
fight
actually-
on.
When you actually make the stages, the foreground pops in and out all the time in a really awkward way. So it doesn't even look that good when you're actually playing on it. Like, I'm just being honest here, guys. I like it. I like that. I like the options that were added. I'm glad that they brought ice back. The warps are really cool. But it's still not where it needs to be. And I feel like for a feature that they held off for, it could have been there. All it really needs are more textures, some more toy box items, and more backgrounds. Because I know we have 12 backgrounds now, but there's only if I want the inside of a building, either I have to make a background that is solid wood or stone, which still doesn't look that great because the textures aren't that great. Also, I think my internet's really bad right now, so let me know if
your
can-
audio's
we hear
fine.
you
Well,
So don't worry
like with
about
garbage Crom, it can be fixed over time with some updates. Not saying it will, but it may be.
But Crom wasn't garbage in the first and day one, and then he got
didn't use the
worse.
right victory. He didn't use the right victory theme. That's
Yeah,
why
but his spike was his up B was better,
it. Yeah.
and now his up B is garbage.
just like the character.
He
I'm
wasn't-
still trying to get behind why he made 2 echoes of Crom really that requested.
Well,
Yes.
they already.
Absolutely.
I still don't see it as Crom being requested. I just feel like, okay, well, we were gonna like. He said he'd get his chance another day. I guess this is his chance. Might as well.
Crom was both an easier addition and also highly requested. There's still people who are angry that Robin got in over him.
Well,
yeah,
that's
he was actually
stupid.
more popular than Robin or Lucina. He was just he was just far less unique than Robin and less of a clone than Lucina.
If you ask me, they should have just made Crom the Marth Echo from the beginning. Why Lucina at all? And wait a minute, God of War
Lucina,
Because Roy came first.
was an alt, for Marth in the first place because
Why
Lucina
make Crom the
disguises.
Alta then?
Lucina disguises herself as Marth in her game, so that's why she was going to be an alt.
Oh, I see now. Well, then
Yeah.
the reason
Have you
I
not
stuck
played
with-
Awakening?
I haven't either, but I knew that because she puts on the mask and at one of her taunts.
Okay, man, I know that thanks to like Smash and stuff, but nope, definitely not ever played Awakening. Probably never will.
You should. Well, I mean, I should too.
Awakening is good. I enjoy 2 of the 5 Fire Emblem 3DS games.
Wait, when you
how
when you
many?
say 5,
Oh, yeah.
when you say 5, do you split Fates up?
Yeah, Fates is 3 whole games.
Okay,
Totally.
that's fair.
I
Fates is
liked Awakening, but I felt like once I played it, I'm like, that's enough Fire Emblem for me for a while. And then Fates came out, and I'm all like,
Nope, not yet.
this looks like more of the parts of Awakening that weren't my favorite.
Oh, what parts of Awakening weren't your favorite?
Weeb stuff, right?
Yep, weeb
But
stuff.
that's what I like about Fates.
I really like Fire
I don't
Emblem
know.
Echoes, as
They're-
you can tell from the fact that I played music from it at the beginning.
I wanted to play Echoes, but I haven't gotten around to it.
It's great.
It's not quote unquote weeb shit. Although I guess it's some of the stuff that can be classified at. I feel like I don't know. None of the characters or character designs were very engaging. It had that face rubbing thing, which was a little off putting to me. Sorry.
That's the strategy. It's like I don't play
Yeah.
a military strategy RPG to rub anime girls' faces. That's all I'm saying. I know that's not in the that's on the English version or whatever, but that's just
Well, you know
not-
what? You know what? All these Western games, and I guess some Japanese games too, have been doing that stupid selfie camera, which is just as stupid.
Why did I didn't even know that God of War did it. I just played God of War and completely loved it, but I completely forgot we even have that selfie camera.
I didn't. I didn't use it once in that game because I forgot it existed. But yeah, it's like, why? I mean, I guess yeah, because that's our culture now, and yes, everyone wants to post everything on social media. That's great.
And
That's
because
fine.
they
You guys are
really
awesome.
wanted to fit Kratos giving a smiley face without being canon, I guess.
I thought
Yeah.
for Breath of the Wild, it was funny because like depending on what you take a picture with, the situation that Link's get in could be pretty hilarious.
I mean, I liked
Um,
in Breath of the Wild because they're the snapshots like would contribute to kind of like you collecting something, like collecting pictures. Not like that was really fun for me, but like that was something you do, so at least had a gameplay purpose outside of he would just randomly take a picture, I guess.
I like photo
Did you
mode in
have-
games. I'm not a big fan of the selfie cameras that's in everything though.
It's just I don't know. It's probably just me being a grumpy old man.
Well, it's so minor. Like in like we said, in games like Mario Odyssey and Dad of Boy, it's so small that's like not even if you don't like it, just don't pay attention to it. They
Mario Odyssey
Yeah.
has a photo mode. That's pretty alright. I really do like photo mode in games because you can take some pretty interesting shots. You can take some pictures of scenes. You can express yourself in ways. There's a shot I took of Devil May Cry 5, which has a pretty excellent photo mode.
I mean, options are nice, and if it makes some people happy, it doesn't ruin my experience at all. That's kind of my, that's my thoughts on anything added to a game. You can add an easy mode to a game. You can add a mini game where you deliver pizzas. It doesn't ruin if it doesn't affect the core experience, meaning that I don't have to do it, and it makes somebody else happy. Then why do I complain?
Did you just reference Spider-Man from the PS2?
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
That sounds unintentional.
So another thing about the Smash update, yeah, I forgot we were talking about that.
Same.
Well, the Mii costumes, and I don't understand why they have those.
Well,
I love Mii costumes.
I love Mii costumes. My issue
Well,
is
okay,
that
fine,
why
but like, can we have some like real costumes beside them at least?
What do you mean?
Like actual like skins for fighters.
Oh,
I think
that's too
part
much
of the
work,
problem.
dude.
Too much work.
I think part of the problem with that
And
too
what?
is that these aren't Sakurai's actual like creations, most of them. So he likes to go and talk to creators in order to do things like look at Sonic's alt colors. Like the third parties would probably be a nightmare to get costumes for, number one. And even a lot of the Nintendo characters, he would probably have to go and be like, "Hey, is it okay if I get this for Link? Is it okay if I get this for whoever?" You know?
Yeah.
So
he's got to
I
check
mean,
You have to do the
that
same thing with
means
Mii Fighter
something.
costumes, though.
No,
the
you have to
thing.
do that. Like, hey,
thing
can I
is-
get the Monster Hunter armor? Hey, can I get the can I get freaking Teddy hat? You know, it's like they have to do that.
But
Ask for approval
But
anyway.
the difference is that that's a canvas character dressed up as a character, as opposed to the character itself dressed up in a certain way. Like
I
it
know
seems
that's
weird, but there's a distinction.
it's
Also,
also
less effort, but
it's not just less effort, but it's effective time usage. They're budgeting the time of development, and the thing with Mii costumes is they don't have very many physics at all that need to be like determined. So they can just model the costumes and slap them on because they all follow the same kind of rigid bone structure. And they don't have to worry about things being changed. Whereas if they slapped on a new costume for another character, they would have to worry about flipping, maybe the objects not interacting correctly, the outfit maybe messing with some hitboxes.
well,
I still think that if other games can have other fighting games can have DLC costumes and account for the physics, I don't know what's stopping Smash.
well, Smash has other things to also focus on. Because I like if they do it later, in a different version update, then yeah, I can see. But like right now, I feel like the time was just more spent to shared content, Smash World, Joker. What else was there? Stage Builder. What else do we have? Video editor. There's like a whole bunch of stuff in this update, and I think that if it's like say if the next update, like when the next character comes out, we don't have like new modes. If they want to do it, they can make what was it, skins for characters. But I wanted to ask, when you say skins for characters, do you mean like the characters as other characters or just different colors?
Not characters, other characters. I think that's kind of weird. Alph might as well should have just been an Echo. The only time I think that was okay was with Koopalings. But my point being, I think just a character in different clothes, not colors. Like, for example, Link in his Skyloft clothes, just as an example, or Outside Island 2 Link. I don't think that need too much change, especially compared to like to a Mii Fighter costume. Like, how much effort would it be to take off Link's hat and just change around to the clothes, take off Toon Link's hat and change the clothes around to get us Outside Island Toon Link? Can't be too much effort compared to a Mii Fighter costume. And besides, it's hard to get the rights to that.
Well, I mean, you'd have to re-rig it. well, not like re-rig the entire character, but like re-rig the outfit. Because like with like Shujin Joker and normal Joker's outfit, like those are they act differently. So like you would also have to like sit and I don't think that they would do like here's a new skin for every character. It would probably be here's a new skin for some characters, and then I think if it's just free, it's like okay, well it's just a color. Maybe they won't make us pay for it, but like we're also having to pay for Knuckles and Tails again for some reason. So I don't
It's
know.
because it's third party, and third parties are awful. I mean,
Yeah, but why
honestly,
did
yeah.
I don't think I think they should have just kept it in the base game then. Like
Well, yeah,
it
no,
feels weird to pay for it
but
again.
Sega probably didn't let them keep it in the base game. Sega's we're probably like, hey, this is going to cost you this much money in order to include it again. Just like this is another thing you have to license. They're like, well, if we're going to have to license it, let's sell it again.
So
I
do
think
you,
is what
I
happened.
just don't think they should have brought. If
okay.
that was a problem, I don't think they should have brought them back at all. The Knuckles and Tails ones, specifically the third party Smash 4 DLC ones, I don't think they should have brought back because it's like if you're gonna have to make us pay for them again, it's kind of just like it kind of doesn't feel good. Just make some different skins with the same third parties or something like.
Also, Knuckles is already an assist trophy, so if, it feels like if he's an assist trophy, why isn't he also a Mii fighter? Or you might as well just not have made him a Mii fighter in general. Take a different character that's not Knuckles. Maybe like
I
Amy or
feel
something.
like it definitely has to do with licensing fees and things
Probably,
that
yeah.
we don't really understand. You know, I'm not going to speak on something if I don't.
I'm just saying it might take more effort to make character costumes, but I'm not gonna say this. I'm not criticizing them for this, but I personally would take like 3 character costumes over like 10 me costumes. I know that's really different for other people, but I just kind of wish we'd get some character costumes. I don't like this arbitrary 8 per character rule.
I mean, I like. I would love more costumes for characters. Don't get me wrong. I just I can see why they don't do it, and I also do enjoy me costumes. Um, End up rebuying some of those third-party me costumes. Like
I'll be
Proto
right
Man was
back.
one of my favorites.
The problem with certain alts for me is sometimes they can be a little too similar. Like Richter has like 3 pretty similar shades of.
Yeah, but those are just colors. Like, imagine if you guys like an actual different model. I know that's harder, but I'm just saying that kind of take out some of the biggest issues with Richter in terms of
I was
changing his appearance.
I was hoping that we would get like one of the other designs of Richter as an alt, considering how popular his Symphony design is. I'm assuming it's literally only because his hair would be long.
And similar to Simon's.
Oh, he has very different hair from Simon, but I think Simon not having his Chronicle design was a surprise to me. But it was probably either have Richter as an Richter as an Echo, or have Simon with his Chronicles design as an alt.
Something I noticed, I'm not sure if it's possible for a character to have both an alternate model costume and an Echo at the same time. Like, it might be possible eventually, but for now, no one has ever had that. Even though it seems like a lot of times it should. Like with Chronicles Simon, for example, it's almost as if they don't want to give one character too many, the same moveset, too many alternate looks, I guess.
I want
Too
to
much
say
devotion.
I want to say too that they're probably phasing out Chronicle Simon anyway, because they're moving on to using that classic Simon everything now. By everything, I mean the Castlevania mobile game, which is the only
That is everything.
the only Castlevania game right now. The first one in like 3 years, and it's a mobile game.
But I'll tell you what, Simon in Grimoire of Souls, he does have his Chronicles look as an unlockable costume. It's
Oh, he
just not his
does?
default.
Okay, then never mind then. Where the fuck is Chronicle Simon?
I know,
Like I said, I don't
man.
think they're gonna add it when they also have Richter. So that being said, I really wish Trevor was the Echo and that they had a Netflix design as the alternate.
If they make a Castlevania pachinko machine, they've made 2
3.
Castlevania pachinko. 3. There you go.
Yeah, they
and one
made
of them
3.
took the Mont's Know Your Moves, which Shadowlink and I did research and helped with. The the Vampire Killer Whip.
Yeah.
Design from Smash, it actually comes from one of the Castlevania pachinko games.
Yep, it comes from
sad.
the erotic violence one. which
Guys, I
is
just
like,
got an alert on my phone.
huh?
My payway points are expiring, so I have to make this quick so I can go get my payway.
Oh, okay. Well, but yeah,
I'm back.
the whip design in Smash,
Hey.
it comes directly from the Rondo of Blood adaptation, erotic violence pachinko machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Richter main now.
Gotta rep that pachinko.
Pachinko machine. Exactly.
All right.
But okay, overall 3.0. I did like. I'm just stage builder. It's a big step up in a lot of ways from the Wii U one. I find it a little bit harder to draw exactly on it, not just because of the stylus, but I feel like the grid is a lot harder to see. I've been a little
Hey,
touchier
Brett,
for me to use it.
if I add a grid optionally, I want to see the grid. Like I want to make a big difference. That's the point of me putting it on.
I don't know. Maybe other people haven't had that issue like I have. Maybe it's just a me issue.
Well, I mean, I don't. When I made my stage, all I did was just take the rectangle and just stretch it out. Cause like, and making anything else, like if I want to make a straight line platform, I'll just use the box. But after that, it's like, okay, well now I'm gonna draw it.
Yo, like what if I want to
There's
make
no other way.
Yeah, but what if I want to make actual environments from other games? Like I'm gonna say, like I was trying to make a stage from a forbidden game Shadow Link doesn't want me to talk about, but I can't get the layout right because I need to draw it, and then I just can't. Well, you can't just draw something with your finger.
Get a stylus.
Castlevania clock tower stage with the 2 gears, and the gears are it's pretty great that you can make the gears because you just make a circle and then you put boxes on them for the cogs and then you have them turn. So hey, 2 giant gears. But then I'm trying to make the stairs, and it was a pain in the ass to make the stairs. Like because what I was trying to do was make just a ramp, and then in the background what looks like stairs, so it looks like you're climbing stairs, and it just like I don't know, like Voyager said, it's too soft. Like the grid on the Wii U one was great, and I really enjoyed using it to make like exact points. I don't know, but like the animation stuff is awesome. I've seen some people do some cool things.
Yeah.
The fact that they added actual stage backgrounds but didn't add like enough drives me kind of crazy. Because like it's like we were almost there, like, and we didn't need all of the stages. I just wanted like a few more options. I wanted like the inside of a building that wasn't a church, and I wanted this and that because we still see too many stages that just use the same like backgrounds. Like if you go to the app, say if you go to the app and like look up stages, like a lot of them end up looking samey because there's only so many backgrounds. Like, and I'm not saying we need a lot, but like maybe 30 backgrounds. I mean, maybe people think that's a whole lot, but like I feel like that's enough to really get like a lot of variety. Sorry.
In comparison to how many stages that we have, not really.
I feel like they specifically chose Carlos League just so that people could recreate the Sans boss fight.
Well, I think I think a church is good for a lot of settings for different things, for RPGs and for
another
like I said, Castlevania. There's a lot of things that include churches, so it's a good.
One thing that really bothers me about Sage Builder is that the backgrounds don't move, because I made a stage with the Final Destination background, and I was looking at it like, wait a minute, the water isn't moving, nor is the sky. It felt so weird and out of place. It was like, why wouldn't you? Like I'm not saying like have like the entire Final Destination thing where it's like, you know, the whole like where
cycle?
it's like it's like that whole cycle, but like just make it so that the sky is rotating and the water is moving.
Maybe we should stop complaining about things. I think everybody's leaving looking at the chat. Sorry guys. This morning.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. This stuff needs to be mentioned. I don't think we would have gotten.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just. The thing is, like, overall, I'm happy with it. Yeah, Joker's not really my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I've never played Persona. He seems interesting enough, but I've played a couple rounds with him, and like, just some characters don't fit your style. You know what I mean?
My Joker is so clean.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's probably a good character.
He is. He's really. Oh my! I love playing Joker so much because I hate Joker diddles though, because it feels like I'm watching out for my opponent's rebellion gauge, but now he's also watching out for my rebellion gauge. So now we both have to watch each other and make sure each other is not trying to get Arsene, because then we're both gonna get stronger. And now we have to, like, I've had so many matches either go to a sudden death or to just like I'm alive at still at 200%. It's crazy.
I like the actual like thief archetype, and I like a lot of people just keep saying sword this, sword that, but like you fight differently with a knife. And even though like
Yeah.
I've seen that that GIF where it shows all the animations that he's quote unquote borrowed from other characters,
Or
like
from
he
Siphon.
feels different.
My bad.
That GIF with like where they show like all like
Samus
12
and-
different
Yeah, I
moves
saw.
from.
Yeah.
Psychic posted that on Twitter.
Although the one with the neutral special and me Gunner, I feel like is a big stretch. Like
Oh,
I feel like
that
that
one's
one
a
like
stretch.
but that's
Yeah.
have
Yeah, but
over 70 characters, so it's gonna happen.
like we said, Arsene basically makes the character. If you ask me, like everything else is very generic, but Arsene just makes him really fun to play, and all about management and stuff like that.
All right.
Still don't feel like
Also-
he's generic because I feel
Same.
like we
Yeah,
don't have a
exactly.
thief. Like he feels like he's very fast and nimble, but it's not quite like how Sheik is. Like it's like I like it. He's got a grappling hook. It's a cool kit, even if some of the animations are borrowed. I just I don't know, for some reason it doesn't click with me, which is funny because almost every one of the Smash 4 clicked with me. Like I enjoyed them all. Like there's something about Joker that just doesn't mesh with my play style, but I think he's a good character, and I love the stage. I love Mementos. Mementos is an awesome stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we said, the more tournament legal stages, the better. We just want more variety. I hope
is
more
it tournament
DLC
legal?
stages become
Because
tournament legal.
No, it's probably
It's
not
not?
tournament legal. It
I heard
probably isn't.
I heard
They're
it looks like a counter pick.
yeah, they're testing it out as a counter pick. And the thing is,
Close
it's got a good layout because it's basically just Battlefield. It's not Battlefield. It's bigger. It has the slant, which people are like, why does that matter? I'm all like, listen, I play Simon Belmont all the time. It matters a lot if the stage has a slant.
Yeah.
You play Simon Belmont.
Yoshi's
I don't think
Island.
people really care what you say.
But I could play Wolf, I could play Fox, it's the same thing. Any character with projectiles, that slant makes a big difference.
Mhm.
On top of that, it's a dual. When you play it, especially hazardless, it's a dual plat. So there's only this. It's really closer to Castle Siege than it is to Battlefield. I think it's weird that people say it's like Battlefield. And Mango Viking and I were going back and forth on Twitter about it. But it's also the reason it might not be illegal is that it's a really big stage. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but it's really sizable. I feel like it should at least be good tournament legal for doubles then, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the stage was designed with it was designed with hazards in mind. They designed it thinking, okay, well those red and black flashing light lines are gonna make the stage smaller. So when you take that out, the stage is kind of bigger than they intended.
I don't know but yeah, playing it on like the regular mode, it's super fun because there's a lot of stuff that happens. You have the train, you have the roof and sides coming in,
Yeah.
you have several different platforms that can appear on the right side, and obviously the music's great. So like I really I like the stage more than Joker.
Hey.
I haven't used it. I didn't say anything bad about Joker. I said I personally
Yeah.
the Joker. That's all.
Yeah, well, your personal choices are really hurting me right now.
So where do you?
A lot of people love Olimar, and he is like, I hate Olimar so
Olimar
much.
is
I can't stand.
trash.
Like he's just not fun to play for me.
Yeah,
Like
it's too much stuff to manage.
But you know what's funny? I love Shulk and I love managing the Monado, but there's something about the Pikmin I just don't like. I don't know.
Because with the Pikmin, you don't get a. I don't play Olimar, so I don't know how true this is. But you don't pick which Monado. You don't pick which Pikmin you get. You get them like it goes in a cycle, but you get them. But you have to pluck them out, and you have to play according to that. With Shulk, you choose your Monado, and then you could just change the way you play in an instant because you already know what you're going to. You already know what you're doing.
Yeah, but with Joke, you don't choose when you get your stand persona.
Yes, you do. You use your Rebels guard.
What if they see it coming?
Say that again.
I'm not gonna say it again because I know you're gonna make the song reference.
Wait, what if they see it coming?
Yes.
Well, they're gonna see it coming because the Rebellion Gauge is right there. So like as soon as you see that it's full, well, you know that, and like unless I'm like off stage in like a second, I'm about to get Arsene.
Okay, you don't choose it. It happens whenever it happens, kind of.
Oh
And then
yeah,
you
okay,
play
yeah, I get what you're
accordingly
saying.
to when you
Yeah.
happen to get Arsene.
Yeah, I think that I wish I had the choice to get Arsene instead, because like just press down B again when it's full, and then I get Arsene. The fact that I get it automatically is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's a good
then,
idea. I love it when I'm being launched off the stage and like just hit stun, gonna die. Then Arsene comes to help me, then I die.
well, I've never had that happen. I've had Arsene come, and then when I'm off stage, and then I get to live now because his recovery is better, and I wouldn't have made it otherwise. But yeah, I can still see how that's going to be an issue because I like have just not being able to choose Arsene is going to be an issue because now you don't really have that choice to
But yeah,
put
like
your opponent in a situation because now you're already being forced into that situation, and then you have to
yeah,
play accordingly.
like I said, sometimes with characters you don't need to have the choice. It's kind of up to you to play accordingly. Both with Olimar and Joker, kind of. So I kind of like that aspect. You kind of need to play a bit more smart and know how to work with what you're always given.
Right.
Kind of like that aspect a bit.
Yeah. Sam and I said
Oh, Alexis here.
Persona is the best DLC, might get the best DLC pack treatment. I don't think so. I think this is basically what we're gonna get, and this is also, by the way, I think, guys, that every DLC character is gonna be from a new franchise, because that way we're gonna get the same thing. We're gonna get a full spirits board.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
What's
gonna
up,
be it's gonna be like since we're gonna get a special spirits board and a bunch of music tracks, I feel like it makes sense for them all to be from a new franchise. That's just me guessing. It doesn't have to be, but that's kind of how I feel. And
I remember before. Oh god, wait, I'm online. I can't pause. Before I was saying,
Are
I
you
was
playing
that,
right now?
No,
I'm playing right now, but not Smash.
We were talking about Joker, and I was like, okay, I really love Joker. I really love Joker because, and back to what Spazzy was saying about how his moves are all like how his moves not reference, but like they're kind of in air quotes borrowed from other characters. Like you still have to weigh in the fact that he has different properties. So like with Samus is heavier than Joker, so you're not gonna use Samus's up air the same way that you would use Joker's up air. And not only that, but since you also have Arsene, you're
That's a
also
good point.
like. Yeah, you're like the damage that you're gonna put out, like it's gonna be easier to kill.
I'm sure they have different hurt boxes and hit boxes anyways. It's just animation. It literally doesn't mean anything. It's just you have 70 some characters and the majority of them are humanoid. Of course that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not
only that, but another thing that I would like to point out is that Arsene gives like some more properties to like Joker's moves, like with his up tilt. He has what's it called? He has electricity on it. I don't know if I'm using the right word for that, but he has electricity on it for his down air. Instead of it just being one hit with normal Joker, Arsene gives it an extra hit, which actually allows you to get the spike a lot easier, and that's really good because well, you get like after the first hit, it's automatic. It's like an instant spike. So
I see your point. Just because the animations are borrowed doesn't mean that you use the same or that thing.
Yeah.
That means that it's not like he's like a hodgepodge of different characters all of a sudden. He's still his own completely unique character, and even then, Arsene just makes it even more unique. So, like I said, I think he's a really fun character. I hope the next DLC have more gimmicks like his.
Dang. And it's kind of like with Echoes. Like I remember in Smash Discord, not Smash Discord, in the Smash chat in our Discord, we were talking about it before. But like you wouldn't play Marth and Lucina or like Roy and Chrom the same way because they have different properties. Like, and I get that they're Echoes, so they're gonna be closely more related to each other. But you still wouldn't play them the same either way. And it's like with Joker, like he has a whole bunch of things that are different from just like one character. So the way that you would play him is always going to be different than the other characters, than the characters that he shares moves with.
Yeah. Speaking of Echoes, do you guys think that DLC Echoes are possible?
They already said no.
Did they straight up say no?
Yeah, they said when he was like when they said DLC is confirmed since everybody is here.
But he was talking about the fighter pass.
That'd be horrible if they actually put them in the fighters pass. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like a separate pack with a few Echoes instead of
anything is possible, man.
Costumes.
I mean,
I don't
want that.
I would love that. Why not, man?
Yeah,
well,
it's like,
I don't want to buy a character that's similar to another.
look, if we're gonna buy Mii Fighter costumes and stuff like that, then buying characters that with slightly different properties to other characters is fine by me. It's
I mean, you don't
basically
have,
it's
it's
But the thing is that
basically
with-
buying a costume.
But
Yeah,
but well,
exactly.
I don't know. I don't see it as buying a console because we already know that that echoes can be different. Now, of course, they're gonna show off an echo before you could buy it. Like that.
But would you buy a costume? Let's say you're really into, I don't know, Tekken 7. Would you buy a costume in Tekken 7?
For a
yes.
character that I like, yes.
Why wouldn't you buy an Echo Fighter?
Because if I don't
If
like
it was
the
like
character,
$2.
if I don't like the character, then I'm not gonna buy it. But it's like it also is like a thing to me where like I don't enjoy not owning a character that's part of a roster. Like
Yeah,
if
but
I, like even
Nintendo
if I
doesn't need
don't
to
play
cater
them,
to your OCD, man.
say that again.
So
My
Nintendo
OCD was
doesn't need.
my OCD was destroyed by the Mii costumes having because I wanted to own everything, but now you have these as separate purchases I don't care about. So my OCD is already out the window. And Alex brings up a good point. Like for example, when Joker came out, if they like slapped Crow with him instead of it being like a skin based on him, they could have done something like that. Where they added Simon at the same release, Simon and Richter together revealed. They could have released Joker with Crow as like a small bonus.
What they
The
could do is they
thing
could bundle them in with other. Like I don't think it's going to happen because I think they have a very predetermined set of things they're going to do.
Yeah.
But
Crom wasn't predetermined at all.
I'm
Clearly.
talking about DLC. So what we could see is like, what if they like bundle it in with a stage? Like, let's say, hey, we're bringing Jungle Hijinks back, and you get a Dixie Kong Echo, and it's $4.
Just give me my Snowmat stage. Just give me my Snowmat stage. Come on.
Actually, if it's bundled with another character, like the base DLC character, then yeah, I'd be cool with that. Just because they already said like, what I was referencing earlier was that when they announced like the Fighters Pass, they said we're gonna be working on DLC, and since every character is here, that means that we'll only be having new characters to work with, and we're not talking about Echo Fighters. So if they do like a different pack that's like all Echo Fighters, then yeah, but it's like I kind of wouldn't. Depending on the characters picked, I would be a lot less inclined to buy a character, to buy an Echo.
It kind of reminds me. It kind of reminds me like when they were talking with the Fighters Pass, like, okay, 5 DLC characters coming up. You can confirm that. Okay, buy it. But then they're like, oh, by the way, here's Piranha Plant. So it's like, I'm not saying that means that out of nowhere they'll just like right now decide, okay, let's make another Echo. But it does mean that they're obviously fine with making DLC characters and stuff like that outside of the pack.
Well, wait,
but
we don't know that because what character have they made that's outside of the packs? Not counting Piranha Plant.
What's wrong with him? Why don't you count him?
I wouldn't count Piranha Plant because he was announced as a special bonus and not with the. He wasn't announced as like a fighter pass thing.
Piranha Plant was like very obviously just a delayed character from the base game.
Yeah, because they were already working on him.
And he did get it.
If they
Good point. He did have a guidance after all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Listen, the people that we before that were game testers, he's been in the game. He was in the game a long time. He was being tested back in like months ago.
I'm not saying an Echo DLC is likely. I'm just hoping it's possible and that we can talk about it, maybe guess some because half of the fun of waiting for Smash DLC and stuff is speculating about it, at least for me.
An Echo is possible. It's about as much effort as making a different model, as Alex brings up. And I think that's why we have Joker Shujin, because that's basically like the amount of effort it would be to make an Echo fighter, aside from programming new lines and stuff like that.
See, now a better Joker Echo would be Joker has his normal Phantom Thief outfit, and then there's the Shujin Joker where instead of using a knife, he uses a book instead. That'd be way cooler. He's just Elizabeth from Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah, so getting back to Stage Builder real quick, I didn't want to just be super negative on it. I've seen some people do some really cool stuff with it. It just was a little personally disappointing to me. Why wouldn't they include absolutely everything from the Wii U version? You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying. Like, I'm excited I'm sure when I spend more time with it, I'll be able to make some pretty cool stuff. And I've seen some people already do that are much more artistically inclined than me, and more importantly, that have more patience than me to I'm excited to see
Alex,
what happens there.
Alex, I didn't play Persona 5. Was Crow not similar enough to Joker like so many people have been talking about? Was he
He's
not a
not
Dorks?
similar at all. No, he's not similar at all. He has a
He's
laser
not.
sword and a laser gun.
What the heck?
Okay, I'm going to talk to that person who told me.
People suggest him because he's like the
Man.
he's like the rival to Joker.
I
But
can't see that.
he's like completely different, and especially there's some spoiler
Okay,
stuff.
then.
But
Oh, let's not talk about that.
essentially, the spoiler
Okay, then
stuff
forget it.
doesn't
Brought
matter
up.
at all because of how Joker was handled in Smash. So it doesn't matter. No, Crow is like completely different.
Okay, then then okay.
Yeah. I've been arguing against him from the beginning, but people really want to push him for some reason. Probably, I noticed this thing with Persona 5 fans where they keep pushing, they keep pushing for more, and it's like, listen, just be happy with what you got. You got a lot.
How do you think Final Fantasy fans feel?
This Cloud is such. I don't want to talk about Cloud. Like, we got music from several Persona games. We couldn't even get one remix from Final Fantasy VII.
Nope, not even that. Not even just like a third music port. Not even that.
Not even an actual remix of a song from Final Fantasy VII that Square Enix has done in other games.
Okay,
Nope,
but
just straight like rips from the PS1 game.
why
tracks.
didn't they just make spirits based off the summons? Nintendo already has the summons in their game. So just, quickly turn them into spirits. If it almost feels like making only a Cloud and Advent Children Cloud was like some complaining, like, okay, look at this. Just make some.
There was,
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure there's some weird contract stuff going on with Square Enix. Because Sakurai's not somebody to overlook like anything, you know?
Yeah.
Except, he'll overlook some stuff.
Also, people have made so many different versions of the intro to Mega Man 2 and Stage Builder, and I don't know which one to download.
I've mostly been downloading the memes.
Make your own.
But why? When there's already so many, I don't need to make another one.
I need to make.
Me too. Because I don't feel like making like Isaac or whatever. Yeah, there's several really good Bob Ross memes you can download, guys. I suggest you do that if you haven't already.
I'm guessing you use the Vince.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Body. What sucks is I feel like
Okay.
there's so many shooter memes and some good brawler memes, and not as many good gun memes out there. And unless they're just like names and kind of goofy, which are fine. But if you want like to kind of get like kind of a cool looking me gunner, there aren't as many options.
Well, yeah, because if you want to get like a real life person, how many people have laser guns or literal cowboys or whatever a me gunner costume would let you be? Me gunners the me gunner costumes are way more cartoony, kind of.
I mean,
unrealistic.
There's some that have. I mean, there's still stuff you could do. There's the Saki one where he has more of like a real gun and other things. But I think that like when I make me fighters, either I'm doing something fun for myself, like like this is actually me or my friends, or like a little stupid mamie type thing, or I want to make it like an actual representation of a video game character.
Mm-hmm.
Need the proportions to be right. That's why I like the Proto Man one so much, because hey, that's basically Proto Man.
What if?
But not a Mega Man Echo.
What if like me fighters, they like may like added a mode. You probably have to pay for it, but a mode like where you could like make your own skins, like kind of like with I guess kind of like StarTropics, or like how in Rivals of Ether you're able to change the color of the characters' outfits or something like that. That'd be cool.
I feel like if.
Why just the me fighters though? At that point, I just like a color wheel for every character.
Whoa, Hamada, what happened? You
weird.
sound like you're in a blanket.
I was talking to my pillow.
Okay.
That's exactly yeah.
What it sounded like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody made all of the Rivals of Ether stages in the stage builder. I'm
Ooh.
gonna go download that.
Do
when
they
I'm
not have
here.
ledges?
I think they actually do have ledges, though. Unfortunately.
Yes, Noctis does only have his Japanese voice in Tekken 7. No, I don't know why.
Oh, really? I don't know
Yeah.
that.
I think Square Enix has a lot of weird licensing stuff. To be honest with you,
Which is why I don't want Erdrick.
I'm gonna say it's might just be relegated to Final Fantasy stuff because I think 2B in Soul Calibur was perfectly fine. I think he has an English voice in Soul Calibur.
But that's a platinum thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't even
No,
know. Like,
it's not.
I don't want to like jump to conclusions like, hey, it's not fully Square Enix, but it's like I just feel like probably because it's platinum, it's also a platinum thing. Maybe. I don't know.
No, man. That is like the continuation of a Square series, Square Enix series. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not even like Nier Automata.
Oh, it is?
Automata was the first game in the series.
Yeah, that Nier is a Square property.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it's the first Nier came out like in 2010 and had nothing to do with
2D.
games.
So, where do you guys stand on the whole Erdrick debate? Out of curiosity, because
I think
with
he's-
Joker out, we're
I
getting
think he's
closer to the next
probably
character reveal.
There's so much smoke. Not like for instance with the Grinch leak, like that was just coming from one place. I've heard stuff about Erdrick from a lot of different places,
Mhm.
and the data mine. Brave could be anything, and I guess maybe it's a little weird that they would use the term Brave when Joker wasn't Joker, because it seems like it's a little too close to be the code name. But it just seems like that would be the code name they would use for maybe not Erdrick, binary for a character from.
I'd be okay with Slime, but I really don't want something as generic as Erdrick.
Erdrick's like not generic though, really. Like he is.
Boomerang, sword, shield.
Yeah, he's got so many spells though.
He also has Kirby Stone and Robin's
What?
He has lightning and fire and ice and wind, and
Arc
he can be
Thunder,
used.
Arc Fire.
Well, I mean, couldn't he also
But
borrow
what?
things from other Dragon Quest characters as well? Maybe.
But why
Well,
would you
at that
need
point, it
to?
wouldn't really be Erdrick. It'd just
He
be
has so many
Dragon Quest
moves.
Hodgepodge.
I'm only asking because
Okay,
I don't.
okay,
really,
hold on.
my bad.
Please talk one at a time.
Okay, so I don't
Please.
know about Dragon Quest like a lot because the only Dragon Quest I've played is 8, so I don't know about like his original game. But I'm just asking, because because I don't see if like I don't think it would be like a bad idea to like also represent some other aspects of Dragon Quest as well. If that's not already within his moveset, I'm just presenting some ideas.
I believe
guess it really-
Brave is a Dragon Quest character, considering that is the name of the hero class in Dragon Quest in Japan, and they already use it to refer to Erdrick in Japan, so it's not too much of a stretch.
Well, I mean, if they just rep a lot of good stuff and make him interesting, then I mean, I don't really see the problem. I don't really hate
They
him
can make any character
because of who he
interesting.
is.
Now, what 2 songs do you think that they're gonna have, Frederick?
two songs. They're gonna have the Dragon Quest theme and the Dragon Quest 3 battle theme.
Oh,
The overworld theme, man.
Relax, please.
That's more than 2 songs.
Yeah, I mean,
Undertale's
Lara Croft is still my number one most wanted Square Enix character.
Most wanted Square Enix character is the Quiet
Oh, no.
Man.
Okay, you yell at me for Explorers of Sky, but then you're over here with Quiet Man. What's with you in that game? Can you please
Quiet
explain
Man
it just
is
for a second?
funny. Here, hold on. I'm gonna bring up
Pokemon's
a clip.
already in Smash.
I'm gonna bring up a clip of the Quiet Man. You guys
Okay,
gonna see
but not to
how epic
not to get
the
stuck in
Quiet
Explorers
Man
of Sky,
is.
but okay, not to get stuck in Explorers of Sky, but I want to quickly say some representation of it. Not even a fighter, even though I want one. But I don't think that'd be a problem because why not? At least some music.
Of like a spirit or something, man, for Pokemon
Spirit
Dungeon?
music port, just something from Mystery Dungeon. At most a stage, at least a spirit.
Does Pokemon Rangers have any spirits or anything?
No, the only spin-off Pokemon related spirit, the only Pokemon spin-off related thing was the Snap Car as a trophy in May, and Detective Pikachu as a spirit, obviously in Ultimate.
Detective Pikachu is like you mean the movie or the game Detective Pikachu?
Game Detective.
Okay.
I wish the movie.
I didn't hear about that. Okay, so that's
All right, so guys,
Sure.
here I'm
And
gonna put this in
since-
the chat. These
no.
are the spells
since,
that Erdrick can use.
hold on. What you said, Spazzy?
No, I'll put this in our stream chat too.
Okay.
These are the spells that Erdrick can use, so people will know
What?
Erdrick spells are,
Oh,
the ones that are under Hero.
Mhm.
Wow! I just looked at that was an amazing spell that Erdrick just used.
Oh, let's see. You have heal more, heal all, heal us all. Oh wow, okay, I get that mechanic. That's not antidote, numb off.
Matt, can you please take that off? It's
Hmm?
hurting my eyes.
Hey guys, this is the Quiet Man. It's really
What?
good.
Did you put Quiet Man on stream?
I put Quiet
Yes,
Man
yes.
on stream.
He looks like bootleg Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he has quite a number of spells actually. I did not expect this. Okay. Blaze is more.
Well, Matt, you've convinced me with that one image. We need Quiet Man representation in Smash.
Okay, okay,
Let's
but
get some music. Let's get some music from Quiet Man.
I don't want to say okay, but I'm okay with Edric. It's just that I'd rather prefer the
Something good.
No, the Dragon Quest VIII hero. Just because I like his design. I like his
Not something good.
design more.
Not something good. The Dragon Quest VIII Hero.
Well, no.
Whoop. Internet
Like,
is up. You guys
I don't mean like
all
better
cut out.
it's better than Edric.
You guys all
bad.
cut out. What were you saying?
Okay. I'd be cool if it's a Dragon Quest character, but if it's just Dragon Quest VIII, the Dragon Quest VIII hero, it's like 8 heroes the design. Yeah.
I think Luminary makes a lot of sense too. We'll see, especially because it would push the new game. But once again, we'll see.
And unlike Erdrick, he wouldn't need a gender swap costume because he already looks like a girl.
Erdrick. That's an interesting thing with Erdrick is that you would need the armor, you would need Erdrick, and you would need female Erdrick. So I feel like there's a lot going on with that particular character.
If you have to feel Erdrick, I'm fine with just Erdrick then. I'll just play the girl one anyway.
Well, yeah, and some people are like, well, they don't need to do it because they don't really use female Erdrick in any of the or anything. But like, it was a big deal. That was like the first RPG I can remember, especially the first JRPG that allowed you to pick the gender of your main character. Like, so it was kind of a big deal. Like, that they did that, so it would make sense to include it.
Yeah, they
Guys.
probably will.
Guys,
Yeah.
he's in. The Quiet Man. He's in.
Shut up.
He's in what?
He's in.
Stop.
You...
He's just dead.
Oh my god.
You're the worst. You're the worst host we've had so far.
You're not allowed to yell at me for any video game I ever talk about ever.
Also, another question.
Hamada, that was Colin. I don't care.
How old is Dragon Quest the series?
I believe it started
87.
in 1987. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Surprised
just
it's
a
not.
It might have been-
year
it might have
younger
been-
than Zelda.
No, it might have been 86 actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because Final Fantasy and Phantasy Star both came out of 87 and were obviously like done because Dragon's Quest became popular.
Dragon Quest started in 1986.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, it's as old as Zelda.
It is. It's a classic series. It really is. It really popularized the JRPG genre in Japan. It kind of kickstarted the whole thing. Anyways, yay, Dragon's Quest. Let's not really and it doesn't have anything to do with 3.0, by the way, guys. Anything else you guys like from Smash
It's
3.0?
Well, was there anything else to talk about? I mean, I like that with Joker, they actually mentioned what his colors are based on. They need to do that more often because I'm not sure if Shiny Incineroar, they actually made it thinking of Shiny Incineroar, because if they did, then, give us more shiny colors.
I want direct confirmation that the Incineroar Purple Arl is actually based on Big the Cat.
Exactly. Just give us an entire confirmation
wait.
line of everything in Incineroar's colors are based on.
Guys, so Knack was saying, what do you think about StarTropics? And then he's like, I've never played it, but blah, blah, blah. You have a Mike Jones avatar, man. It's not that hard to find the game.
You should
Yeah,
play it.
I mean,
It's on,
Joker.
Classic.
yeah, it's on Nintendo Switch Online now. Go play it. It's good.
Yeah, man,
It
come
is?
on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Joker. Who's Goro Akechi?
I don't know. I'm
What about
right now.
pancakes?
I'm on Smash right now, looking for stages that people have built to see if there's anything good. I love looking at other people's user-created content. I'm excited for Mario Maker as well.
How would you
How
react
would you
if
react
Mike
if Mike
became
became
DLC?
DLC?
I would be very
pretty
surprised.
underwhelmed.
I'd be very
I'd be
surprised because StarTropics has never released in Japan. And Japan takes priority in Smash.
Wait, really?
Of course.
Well, if there's a character doesn't get released in Japan anymore or ever, and is more Western, it better be Scorpion.
What's with you and Scorpion? He's not even my preferred MK ninja. I'm all about Sub-Zero.
I'll take any MK Ninja to be honest, but so yeah, disregard Scorpion. Scorpion's my main. I think would be the most likely, but I'll take any more combat character, mainly because Nintendo's been pushing MK11 hard, and you know how Mortal Kombat's really famous.
Yeah, but they're
Like,
they're also publishing Dragon's Quest in the West, aren't they? And doing all sorts of stuff with that.
I'm not saying Dragon Quest would take priority over Mortal Kombat. Definitely. I'm not saying Mortal Kombat would take priority over Dragon Quest. Not that, but like Mortal Kombat has a chance. What I'm saying. I mean, the Twitter literally just did a poll. Okay, let's settle this once and for all. Scorpion to Sub-Zero. That's basically a soft Smash ballot. Whoever wins gets in the Smash.
Contrary to popular belief, not everything a video game developer says online has to do with Smash Brothers. I know it's weird.
Really?
Whoa.
Impossible.
I think if we do get any Western-based characters, they're gonna have to actually have games released in Japan.
Federation Force. Let's go, baby.
Give us a Federation soldier.
But nah, Sub-Zero's cool. Sub-Zero's way cooler than Scorpion.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
They're both cool characters. I don't think we'll ever get a Mortal Kombat. Like we're not even gonna get Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter because they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna cope for either of them. Like I said, Scorpion's my choice, but Sub-Zero. Just give us any of them, please. They're finally using the old Mortal Kombat theme, the movie theme. They used it in the trailer for the new game, so if they bring it back, just put that theme in Smash for the love of. I'd always play on that stage.
Schnitzel from Chowder donated $2. Thank you very much. DLC Spirit Board, Rare Spirits Data Mine at launch. Was there a data mine? I will look that up right now. But yeah, I'm very surprised that actually there's just a dedicated like spirit board for all of the Persona spirits, which
Steve,
is
bro, sit down.
I guess pretty all right.
You got Benjamin King saying, "Steve, bros, rise up," but I want them to sit down.
Oh, okay.
They've been getting really They just keep talking about it. It's like I get it. You guys want Steve. I mean, I don't need to.
That's every Smash fan base though. That's all any the K Rool fans for years. It's everybody.
I mean, would anything really be wrong with Steve though?
I don't think so. He's not a preferred fighter of mine, but I mean, I would get it if he was in. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't want him because I just want a character with expression. Really, that's just what I want. Even Game & Watch and Rob have expression, but like some kind of personality to them. But Steve is just there's no personality they can give him.
My preferred Microsoft rep is still Master Chief, like because I feel like that would just be such a holy hell sort of moment, like, oh my god, because he's an icon for that brand, in a way that somebody like Banjo is in, or even Steve is from an important series, but he's not in the same way, I think. But but I understand because Minecraft is huge, and I'm not like a huge Banjo fan, but I understand he's basically a Nintendo character, so it would almost be like like how Bayonetta is now. So I get why people want him, and I'd be okay with him being in as well.
Hmm.
I think Cuphead would be a weird choice, and whatever. I don't really care that much, but that would be kind of the worst choice out of them.
He's from Cuphead's from an okay game, so
Oh no, I scored. I want everyone here to know that I reviewed Cuphead in 2017 and gave it a perfect score. So I do not share the same opinions as Nintendex. And it may not be a perfect game, but I was really into it because I thought it was very well crafted.
Cuphead is literally an animated cutscene with a few moments that tear your hair out if you want to get to the next cutscene. That's Cuphead.
It's not, man, because
what?
I'm joking.
like here's what I like about Cuphead and why I could bring up my review and just like read it verbatim, and maybe I will.
Don't do
But
that.
it was encounters. Not as hard as a lot of classic run and gun games. And a lot of people will think that's a stupid thing for me to say, but the reason is because those games because they evolved from where you had to waste quarters, so they tried to be unfair. Cuphead
Is fair.
actual stages. Yeah, it's really hard, but since you start like right back every time you die at a boss, it's just about learning the patterns. And there's always a way. There's a couple that are maybe a little cheesy, but for the most part, I felt like it was really well balanced. And I feel like, and the controls are very tight.
So what you're saying is Cuphead is like a polished and a fair version of those classic games with a great art style on top of it. So there's nothing really wrong with it. It's better than average gameplay because of that. You're saying?
There's different things. Like it's almost like not a boss rush. I'll call it a boss crawl because a boss rush would actually be about trying to beat all of the bosses, within
Very
a certain
fast.
time frame. Yeah, and with using the same health usually and things like that in a row. Whereas this is like each stage is basically a carefully manufactured boss encounter. Whereas a lot of of Gunstar Heroes, when you talk about old 16-bit games, I think it's just kind of the way the bosses work and how big and colorful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those games had so much like the actual stages were much better than Cuphead. Cuphead has a few stages that are okay, but it doesn't have all of those cool, like I'm riding on a train and this is happening and then I got to kill this wave of enemies, and it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's an excellent game. I haven't played the Switch version because I beat the Steam version way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be interested in it. And I think Nintendex's review was fair, to be honest with you. I get where he was coming from, even though I didn't agree.
I think with games, they're the sum of their parts. I'm not a big fan of weighing aspects of games like individually, and that's probably why people are mad, because the title gives that impression.
Yeah, well, because people didn't actually listen to the video or watch it. They just saw.
Yeah. They just saw the title. They clicked it. They disliked. They left.
Yeah, and Nintendo didn't even mean it in a clickbaity way. Talking to him afterwards, he's like, "No, he's like, this is what I thought, and that's what I put it."
He should have put the title Cuphead. Great art style. Just don't put in the average gameplay part. Just say great art style.
But then he's not sharing his opinion. He's limiting himself.
Cuphead.
He's still sharing his opinion. He does think it's a great art style. He's just not saying the full opinion.
Okay, I've got an idea for a new title, guys. Cuphead. It's a game.
Or just I'd have got a better
I like
idea.
it.
Just Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead.
Do you have anything else to say about Cuphead? I know that was kind of the title of this episode.
We were planning to have Nantan on to apologize and defend himself.
Yeah,
but,
apologize. Yeah.
But he's not here, so
I wonder why.
Cuphead's game. It is a game that you can buy for every modern platform now, except for
PlayStation.
Yeah. Except for PS4. You can buy it for your Xbox, your computer, and now your Nintendo Switch. It's a video game. I hear it's really good. Play
How
it.
about me Google Stadia?
Has anybody else here played Cuphead or just me?
I have.
I have experienced it.
Yes, you should play it.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
keep
it's
that in
it's very
mind.
charming. I like it a lot. It's not everybody's cup of tea,
I see what you did there.
but I like it.
I only bought it for the art style, and I played it, and I was like, I played it because I got it for Christmas, and I was like, okay, well, I wanted this game, I'm gonna play it. I played it for like 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, I like it, I'll get back to it, and I never got back to it, not because of lack of interest, because I own way too many games, and it's like I want to get back to Cuphead, because, but
Mhm.
I'm
Did they ever
gonna wait until
implement?
the physical Switch version comes out.
Ever implement the And I love when you're playing as Joker. I'm just playing a couple just
Yeah, go on.
and you can't kill for anything, and then you've got arson out, and then all of a sudden you're all like, I don't know, any throw will kill. Okay, I'll do that.
Well, like his outdoor kills at 200%,
Yeah.
200%.
It's really
Joker doesn't have a lot of
It-
kill
it-
moves.
He goes from being Sheik to being Wolf.
It's really
Same-
funny.
same-
I notice whenever I play Smash, I get kills with dash attacks and dash attacks.
Gosh, Roy.
But
yeah,
no,
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Yeah, Cuphead's good.
Cuphead
Yeah,
is
definitely
good.
buy it.
No. What I was gonna ask is, did they ever implement any sort of online co-op with Cuphead?
Parsec.
Yeah, Parsec's your
Yeah.
best bet for any co-op for games that don't support it natively. It's also, it works really well. I've heard, I play Soul Calibur on Parsec with a few friends, and I've heard from some people who have the PS4 version that it's actually a preferable experience to their netcode and servers. So that's funny.
I played, what was it, Dragon Ball Fighters with Parsec. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well on my computer like I hope it would, but when I'm connected to somebody else's and
Yeah.
playing their games, yeah, it works.
If you have a relatively decent, like, mid-range computer, you can handle streaming from Parsec.
Steve has more personality than Corn. Well, at least Corn can emote. I'm not saying I like Corn, but he can emote. Steve is. It's really impossible for Steve to emote.
I mean, they could do stuff with it. I have faith that Sakurai can make Steve look interesting. I mean, that's not.
If they put Steve, and I hope he has a Hero Brian skin, that'd make my day. I would only play that one.
That won't be different enough though. Like they need to make things look different.
Parsec is a free program.
Yeah, Parsec is free.
You can
I'm not
pay
sold at all on Steve
for
being in.
you can pay to rent a server on Parsec, but you don't need to. You can just use your own computer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Matt, quick question.
What's up?
Were we ever gonna work on that Epona Dream Smasher?
I did finish the alts. I did finish the alts for it.
Can I join you, or do you plan on making a solo project? Because
you can join me. That's fine. I'm gonna work on it when I have some more time.
Like a bunch of stuff happened this week. Like a bunch.
We got
a bunch of Switch Mini news.
Oh yeah,
the PS5.
Yeah,
the
let's
PS5,
talk
right?
about that.
There was some stuff about the Switch Mini, some rumors. There was a quote unquote leaked image of the shell from it, and I will put that on screen right now.
Yeah,
Oh
Kenny never
god,
heard
that
of
is huge.
We're gonna be talking about leaks / rumors now, by the way. So if you're not interested, if you don't want to get leaked and you just want to wait for the actual thing to be announced, then avoid spoilers now. But,
fake.
Which
I mean, we're talking about hardware. It's
Yeah.
not.
I don't think anyone cares. It's hardware.
I don't want to get spoiled to the Switch
Yeah,
Mini.
you don't want to know the story behind the Switch Mini. What-
Sure.
They don't have a name for it. It's just Nintendo Switch.
well, we don't know yet. I'm sure it'll have some sort of name.
But like I'm looking at the quote unquote leaked shell. What I mean, it's like it just looks like a recolored normal shell.
It looks like a case.
It has slots
see,
for the Joy-Con on it, and that's the thing. I don't think they'll make a Switch with undetachable Joy-Cons, because it's very important to be able to detach them. You need that to play like Mario Party.
Yeah.
And if they suddenly like change the Switch, even if it's just for an alternative model, that would mess with a lot of games where they were intended to be played with a detached Joy-Con.
Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go. I mean,
Well, you can play
Don't-
that with
don't mention that
handheld.
game.
You can play that in handheld
about once
with
you
the
switch?
Joy-Cons on.
what about on your TV though?
Yeah, that's the
Well,
thing
wait,
too.
what if the Switch Mini doesn't work on TVs? I guess.
Yeah, if the Switch Mini doesn't dock, that would explain a little bit of it. But I don't think that they would release a Switch that doesn't dock because that's literally the point of their advertisements for it.
That's the whole point of the Switch. You switch
I'm-
between playing at home and playing on the go, and then you have different ways to also play as well.
But as you can see the person's thumb in this photo, which
Very
means
interesting.
this is quite a bit smaller than a regular Switch. And if it was just like alternative like handheld, more suited to handheld model that was weaker than the regular Switch, I can see that.
No, they could have a giant thumb.
Okay, they could have a giant thumb. Sure. But yeah. The thing I want to focus on with that Switch Mini possibility though is that if it's smaller, would it just be like it would be a cheaper option for people who don't already have a Switch, but
Right.
would it be like a thing that could also be targeted at people who do have Switches?
I don't. Well,
You would need to have something
So-
different.
I'm not completely sure because I mean like for say if like with the DS, I guess for like something like the DS and the DSi, the one incentive that if you were to get a DSi, you can now take pictures, use the browser and with some other stuff as well.
And you can download completely exclusive games for the
yeah,
DSi.
eShop as well, yeah.
DSiWare.
Right, but if you're going from Switch to Switch Mini, what would they add for the Switch Mini to do that the Switch can't do?
Or
A
better
second
battery life,
screen, a
Maybe
second
No,
screen.
better battery
smaller
life,
form factor.
smaller
so that
form
you can-
factor. It would
it's
be
more
more portable, cheaper. It
Well-
would be an option for your kiddies. Maybe it'd be more durable. Maybe the screen would have
So like
more.
the 2DS?
Kind of.
Yeah, like the 2DS.
But,
Maybe the
okay,
screen
well-
would be a little less brittle.
I would already say that the Switch is pretty portable. Maybe for me because I have big pockets, but
Not for me. I'm too scared to bring it to school, and I want a Switch I can bring to school.
I take it everywhere, bro. But also,
I see a lot
I
of
can see that
people
stuff.
using Switches at my college. Really funny side note. From my college, I was getting some lunch one day. I pop into the cafeteria. There's just this group set up with a Wii in the corner and a giant CRT with Super
my
Smash
God.
Brothers Brawl. And it's
Ew.
just like, damn. Guess
The
you
most
don't have a
competitive Smash
Switch.
game. Finally, some.
Did
Back to Brawl.
you tell them about Project M? You're like, hey, you know what you could be doing right now?
I
It'll be
didn't
better.
I didn't see if they were playing Brawl or Project M because I was eating and in a hurry to get to class, but I heard the intro music for Brawl and I'm just like, damn, they actually lugged in a giant CRT on one of their backs to play fucking Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Respect. So now you can just bring Switch tablets. So
Yeah, it's really funny too because there were like 3 other people set up in the cafeteria with Switches and Smash Ultimate, and then there's just this like group of 4 people in the corner with a CRT and Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
they really need to. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say like they need to play a Brawl exclusive character, but
There's no
Everyone's
Brawl
here.
exclusive characters.
I know I forgot. Fine, they really
Sheik,
like.
Sheik and
They
Zelda as
really
one
like
character.
switching between
Oh,
Zelda and
shit.
Sheik,
They really like,
and they like
the
having
dynamic.
items next to Zero Suit Samus's feet to
Mhm.
use.
That was important.
And of course, they like Rumble Falls.
Doesn't everyone? Rumble Falls at the Poke Floats of Brawl. Everyone wants it back.
Oh my God, it is the icicle mountain of Brawl in which that nobody likes it back because why would you do a scrolling stage, vertically scrolling? Oh, it's so bad,
No one wants to travel up.
so bad.
So are they
Um,
like? Are they
People are
know
just afraid of
Mhm.
rising up.
Speaking of Poke Floats, Quick question: would you guys be up for them making a DLC, a new incarnation of it, new floats and stuff? Do you think that'd be a good DLC stage?
How do we
I
get
don't
like
think
the
we're getting. I don't
Smash?
think we're getting any. I don't think we're getting any.
I think if we get another Pokemon character for DLC, which is possible if it's
Grovyle!
being used as a promotion for the new Pokemon Sword and Shield, we might get Pokefloats as the DLC stage.
If they, maybe if this team doesn't have access to any Galar region related areas and stuff to make a stage, then they could be like, okay,
They
here's
could
a
just
design
make
sheet like you did for Incineroar and Greninja. Just make your own Pokemon stage, but here's the character design. That's all we're giving you.
Just they get Pokefloats, they update it with new Pokemon, including Pokemon from the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Moon.
Sword and Moon.
Sword and Shields. Buy our game.
I can't wait for Sword and Shield to come out.
Sword and Shield
Please
actually looks pretty good.
Mhm.
I'm pleasantly surprised that it looks better than Pokemon Let's Go.
It better look better.
No, it's a new generation. But yeah, the Switch Mini. How was that? That was a good discussion, guys.
Yep.
We basically said everything
really much
that
to
needed to be
say.
said.
There's no
Aside
other
from
news.
There was the other. Well,
there's more info.
one thing I want. Yeah. There's first of all, I want to say that in the fact that we live in the world of 3D printing, I can't really trust a leak
Same.
like this. It doesn't
Yeah, that's fair.
doesn't really mean much to me.
No more
that's one.
Pokemon characters. No, all the more Pokemon characters. I don't understand. I just want to quickly say, I
Hamada,
don't understand the argument of
We're
I don't
talking about
want
the Switch
a
Mini, man.
character in.
Hamada, please.
Sorry, the chat is just.
If you want to respond to the chat and we're talking about something else, type in the chat.
Well,
I
yeah.
have too much to say, but whatever.
Or
Okay.
Well, you know what? We'll all leave at the end and just let you talk about Pokemon and Smash.
How about you all leave now and let me talk about Pokemon and Smash?
No.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
mean, I do want to get breakfast.
Switch mini.
What I was gonna say
Switch.
is that was part of the rumor with the Switch,
Snitch.
the Switch Maxi, I guess the Switch Pro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. We haven't got anything about that.
No, there was what was a Japanese publication? Nikkei
Yes.
said that that the Switch Pro had been delayed, which is funny because it hasn't even been announced, but it's been delayed.
I thought there was a what's his name? Spawnwave did there was an update to the story where they changed in terms of how people were translating it. It wasn't called a Switch Pro, it was just called an upgraded Switch. Like it's
People are thinking that maybe the Switch Pro instead of the Pro is actually just the kind of the Switch 2, like an actual brand new Switch.
I'm not
possible, but I would think I don't know if it would have that many exclusive games still.
I don't know if it's a good thing to do it this early. So if it's like not now, maybe like it's 2019 now. Switch came in like 2017, right? So like maybe like 2021, probably maybe.
We're gonna have to see what happens with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
Sure.
I'm very concerned.
436 or whatever.
I'm very concerned with the PS5.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Not enough of a technological leap. I mean, they've released the specs for it. That was unexpected. They just foregone. They completely forego the speculation era of trying to figure out what the new hardware is. Whoa, PlayStation 5, and they just fucking announced everything.
Hey guys, here's a little article that's talking about it. Here you go. Just post it on Twitter. That's it.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like the PS4 Super Pro to me. Like
Super
Pro, but now here's the Super Pro. It'll play the same games and
yeah.
But apparently I don't know. I'm not much of a tech guy, so maybe Shadow Link, you can break it down a little bit more.
Let me bring it up.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking.
The only thing I think
the price point's gonna be bad. I think they're gonna go. It might end up being $499 again.
Ooh.
$5.99 US.
Is that what it'll actually be? I feel like we're getting. So it's the PS3, Sony.
You guys cut out.
I'm really just interested in the fact that it'll be able to play PS4 games because
Will it be able to play PS2
still,
and PS1 games? I'm fine
probably
with it not
not.
being able to play PS3 games, but at least play PS2 and PS1 games,
Well,
guys.
no,
Those are easy enough to emulate.
No, I wanted to play PS3 games. I still have PS3 games I haven't finished.
Well, I mean, I do too. That's ideal, but I'm like, at least do PS2 and PS1 games.
The PS5 is probably going to be very similar architecturally to the PS4, considering it's going to have that backwards compatibility. The reason that we don't have backwards compatibility with the PS4 for PS3 games is because the PS3 has this god awful architecture that is just like completely different than anything else on the market. The cell is the worst thing ever. And it's like, yeah, sure, you can get more power out of it if you try hard enough, but it makes it really difficult for just like standardized development, so you'd have to develop like a very different version of your game for PS3. That's why there was a lot of really bad ports at the beginning of the PS3's generation. Infamous one is Bayonetta, which runs horribly on the PS3. At least it did at launch. They patched it eventually, but it ran horribly on the PS3, but perfectly fine on the Xbox 360. But yeah, the reason that there's no PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility is just because the cell processor is a piece of crap. And that's probably why Persona 5 was delayed, because they would have to reprogram it very heavily to make a version for the PS4. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of development time was spent moving all of their tech and engine to the PS4, because PS3 is just not great. Okay, yeah, confirmed. I'm reading the specs and details about the PS5. It is based in part on the PS4's architecture. Cool. It's gonna support ray tracing, which essentially ray tracing allows for layman's terms. Easy way to sum it up: ray tracing allows for very easy reflections and other elements. Also, whose child is screaming?
That's my little brother in the living room.
Okay.
As long as we know.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Ray tracing is a technology that is used very, very limitingly right now. It's not used very much. I doubt that it's going to support ray tracing very well. If anything, there will probably be like even more expanded graphics modes. There'll probably be an option for like higher quality graphics at a lower resolution. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't support ray tracing, but supported an alternative. I know there's an alternative to ray tracing. Somebody put it in their Minecraft mod. It's path tracing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that and they're just using ray tracing because it's a buzzword and it's a very similar technology. But yeah, aside from that, PS5 VR has been supported, confirmed, and
8K, man.
There's a 8K support, which well, we already don't have full 4K support for PS4 Pro games right now. So
like
I
60
doubt
frames per second.
I doubt we'll even get to remotely close to 8K. It'll probably have some complicated rendering techniques that make it easier to upscale it. Checkerboarding rendering will be used to full effect for sure. It's not going to be real 8K for probably anything though, aside from like maybe media apps. But even then, I don't think media apps will even include support for 8K. I don't understand why they're even pushing for 8K when 4K is barely a thing right now. But I think Sony just wants to sell more TVs, so maybe.
Yeah, I think it's synergy with their TV department, and it's also a nice buzzword because it caught a lot of people's attention. Like, oh my god, that's more Ks than we have now. It's got to be better.
Yeah, numbers get people excited.
Yeah, resolution increases are the new bits. Went from 16 to 8, 32. Yeah, now it's like, oh man, look at the resolution we're pushing out, which I don't know. I'll be happy when that's over. There's going to have to be a point where resolution just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Also, yeah, input delay is going to be a thing. I'm very worried about the future of console technology if they'll keep pushing for graphics. Because right now, input delay is already getting pretty bad in certain games. We've got a pretty noticeable like delay in like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has a noticeable delay, which is quite ridiculous. It's the kind of game you wouldn't expect to have that kind of delay, but it's just pushing graphics far beyond what the Switch.
Yeah, and all fighting games now have much worse delay than they did just like 5 years ago.
Input delay is becoming a huge problem, and I'm 100% ready for it to get worse and worse as AAA developers keep pushing for better graphics.
Should be interesting. I don't think I'm personally ready for another gen yet, but it's coming one way or another. People seem fairly impressed by the tech jump for the PS5. I really don't know. Like you said, I mean, you're making it sound not that impressive, so I guess maybe it's not.
It's not too impressive. The impressive thing was that Sony was very upfront about it.
The load time sounds pretty great.
The load times sound good. I think
using a solid state.
Yeah, they're pushing
drive, probably.
Solid state drive. I think new technology, which is pretty cool. I'm very happy about that loading time being at least handled. Because loading, in certain modern games is terrible.
Really? Tell me
yes. So I was playing a certain game you all might know of called Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah.
And that game takes at least half a minute to start up.
Got him.
Loading times are not good. Certain developers have been getting a lot better with loading times. Devil May Cry 5 has like brilliantly fast loading times. But certain other games like Bloodborne, no, the loading times can be ridiculous. Doesn't Anthem take like around 4 minutes to start up or something? God. I feel like we're spending less time playing games these days than we are for waiting for
them to load.
We're waiting for the graphics. We're waiting for all the fancy graphics. We've got to wait for it to load.
It's still crazy to me how much I have to download onto my hard drive from a game that's on a disc.
Yeah, that's also another problem, and I don't think that'll change, because if you didn't download all that onto your hard drive, the loading would be worse.
I don't know. It's interesting. I guess, is that all we really have to say for the PS5? Anything more? The price point's gonna be the big thing for me, and seeing it in action.
I think it's going to be
they actually have.
I think it's going to be cheaper than
the $399 price point.
I think it's going to be cheaper than we're expecting it to be. Most people are kind of expecting in the upper end. It's going to be more expensive than the PS4 Pro, for sure, of course.
Of course.
But that depends. The price difference depends on.
I think 399 is that sweet spot that they had with the PS4. I think that's what they're going to be aiming for again.
I think it's gonna be $3.99 or $4.50.
50. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it's any more expensive than that, they're dead in the water.
I think 450 is already a lot. 400 sounds pretty good.
450
Kind of.
is 450 is the breaking point. That's pushing it, but they can probably still convince people to get on board if they have really, really good marketing.
Well, guys, can we talk about the Xbox sad?
Sure,
Yeah,
it's pretty sad though.
Let's do that. So
I'm back. I heard Xbox sad.
yeah, there's an Xbox revision, a new model of the Xbox One S, all digital, right? Is that what it
Yes.
stands for?
Xbox
Uh,
S.
I heard it still has like a disc drive inside or something like that. They didn't even take out everything physical.
There's no disk drive. It's digital only, which honestly, yeah, that makes quite a bit of sense. To be honest, from my perspective,
It makes sense, but then you get to the name.
Yeah, it's funny that it abbreviates the SAD because it's a sad system. But the thing is, PCs are
Okay,
already
Xbox, you tried.
PCs have already made the move to digital only. There are barely any physical games nowadays. So I feel like
I don't remember the last time I bought a game physically.
I feel like
I always buy games physically. I just
PC?
like owning them.
Are you talking about PC games?
Hamada doesn't
What's
play
a
PC
PC?
games. But the thing is, the move to digital only makes sense to me from a business standpoint, because there's just, like we said before, you already have to install so much on a hard drive with like Xbox and PlayStation these days. Might as well just go the full mile and just not
But
even bother with physical media.
Do you think
Here's
it's
the
gonna be like
problem
an
with the
alternate
SAD.
version, or do you think it's gonna be like Xbox is gonna permanently be digital
It's
from now
just
on?
it's just an alternate version, but I feel like the
Yeah.
future is going to be digital only, just because
Okay.
that's the flow of things. Corporations don't have to be pro-consumer. Corporations will choose the way out, the cheaper way out if they can.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why
Don't-
no? Why not instead of relying on a retailer to sell your games? Why don't you set up your own online store so that we can buy the games physical and you mail it out to us? So that way you get more money. I don't want them to do that, but I just don't want all
I
digital.
think they actually do that. I think Nintendo, for instance, you can buy from them directly if you
In
want to.
UK, I don't know
do
about
they here?
America, but for
I'm
like
pretty
all of
sure
their
you can.
releases, for all of their releases,
I don't know about all the releases, but regardless, I think here's the problem with the SAD.
The name, first of
They
all.
didn't change the form factor. In fact, they basically just took out the disk drive. There's still like connections for
Really?
the drive.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like that, we kept that in.
yeah, it's like
change.
it's really hilarious. And on top of that, it's not any like it doesn't save you money.
It doesn't.
Like
how much is it?
here. I believe it is $250. Let me double check that. Screen Rant of all places has an article called "No One Should Buy the Xbox One S All Digital."
Sounds like a round, all right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's $250. It
Jesus
is $250
Christ.
right now for an Xbox One S with less features that you can buy for $200.
Yep.
What? Why?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it because it comes with Minecraft and Forza Horizon 3, whatever it's called?
Whatever. It comes with 3 games. You can also buy. I can go right now to Amazon and buy a bundle for an Xbox One S that has better games. I can guarantee you for cheaper.
Yeah.
It's coming out
Insane
for if they no, what I'm saying is if they change the form factor for this and made it a budget console for $150, that would have made sense.
It'd
But
do
like
good.
I have a feeling.
Who's gonna buy that?
I have a feeling that maybe this is just their way of phasing out the Xbox One, because they still have to make more Xbox Ones, but maybe they just don't want to produce the disk drive for it anymore.
Yeah, that could be it. The Xbox One S, like, yeah, you can get like a terabyte Xbox One S right now on Amazon with Battlefield 5 for $230.
I mean, that's what they did with the Wii. They phased out GameCube support, because they just didn't have any more parts for the GameCube, and there was no reason to keep it up.
Hard drive spaces in the Xbox One S digital, the SAD.
It's still hilarious,
save
man.
on the cloud.
Oof.
You're talking about Spawnway. One thing he brought up, which they should have done, is if they give you an Xbox Game Pass for a year with it.
Yeah,
that would be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. They give you, I think, a free.
Free. You got cut out. Hello, you're back. Hello? Fuck.
Yeah, we got you.
So, I gotta keep Discord in the foreground, otherwise it decides to fucking cut everything out.
That's weird.
Why is Discord a piece of app? Alright, Xbox One S all digital comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive, which won't be enough for
all digital games.
All digital games.
No,
1 terabyte is. I take up 300 gigabytes with like 30 games on Steam right now. Which the thing is about that number, the 30 games, is that I don't have a lot of modern video games. Modern video games are fucking huge.
Oh, you mean like 20?
Yeah, they don't optimize for anything. That's actually a nice thing to see about the Switch, is that optimize a little bit now, because I feel like a lot of programming is very lazy. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, Nintendo usually gives a shit about their file sizes. They keep it small.
Yeah.
And they also have doesn't Nintendo also have like their own way of like, what's the word?
They have their own compression methods.
Yeah. That but like they don't give it to other developers to use it. So it's like, well, other games, like third-party games, some might be like really big, and then you have to download the rest. But it's like Nintendo, they won't do that because they have their own thing to make it smaller.
Yeah, Nintendo has their own methods.
I guess the thought behind it would be that, yeah, you download these games, and then when you beat them, you delete them and download new games.
No.
And re-download them if you want, but I guess that's the thought.
That's how Steam. I don't know anybody who has their entire Steam library downloaded. But the problem is, with console owners, there's this mentality that you have to have everything on your system at one time. You have to have every single possibly good on your system.
What if I want to play? What
if everything goes down? What if Xbox closes? I've got to have all of my games. Oh.
Well, I mean, that's not why I keep all my games on my console. I keep all of my games on it because I'm like, okay, well, what if I want to play this game but I'm on a train and I can't re-download it? I might as well just keep it on, even if I end up not playing it. But I mean, at least I still have it. That's my whole thing.
That's the thing, though, with non-portable like systems, it doesn't really matter too much.
True, yeah. With the Switch, that matters a whole bunch. That's why I'd rather have all my games physical. Because I mean, if I don't want to play it right now, well, it's not taking up space for another game I might want to play. So if I just have it physical, I can just literally take out my case of cartridges and then just plop it in.
What else happened this week in gaming? Chat, is there anything we should talk about? I know a lot has happened.
We will take viewer questions if you have any.
Yeah, and if you have a viewer question that you want priority, you can also, what's it called, super chat?
You use the super chat. Right now, there's not a lot of people talking, so go ahead, lay it on us. Type anything you want.
Also, if you want Hamada to just talk about Pokemon and Smash Brothers,
Oh
he can
shit.
do that, and I'll go make breakfast and come back, and I'm sure he'll still be doing it. You got that?
Yeah, I don't want me to
Rad.
do that. Please.
RadVG brings up an interesting point. You can't play Forza Horizon 2 and 3 on the SAD because they removed the store due to licensing. RIP.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it sucks.
no,
licensing.
not Forza.
Not great.
If you already own it, though, can you not re-download those? So
I would assume you could still re-download it if you already owned it, but
Because you
if
already
you
paid
owned
for
it like on a
too.
regular Xbox One, and then you bought the SAD.
I would hope so.
Wait, hold on, wait. So they put so what they put Forza Horizon 2 or 3 on the SAD?
They put it on they removed it from Xbox One because of licensing expiring.
So which game comes with the SAD? Because I thought it was Minecraft, Forza Horizon 3, and then some other game, right? So does that mean like they're all pre-installed on the console? But if you say if like you went to delete Forza Horizon 3, then you wouldn't be able to get it back, or
Let's see. Oh, no, that doesn't sound like a trustworthy news source.
The same news source that emailed us to tell us that they have naked photos of us, SG admin.
huh?
What?
No, Colin's not here. Okay, so none of so Push was sharing an email that came to the Source Gaming like admin page to kind of to the admins of the site, which is just Colin and myself and
Tris.
Tenjex and Tris, yeah. And it was all like SG admin. We have we can't tell you how we got it. We have like pornographic images of you. If you don't want us to share it, please click this link.
Okay.
Legit.
Did you click the link?
Of course.
Xbox SAD comes with
I didn't want them to share it.
Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3. So, one of those is
A good game.
on there. Cool.
Okay, so I mean, so if you can still, but you can still re-download Forza Horizon 3 already if you already bought it, like on the normal Xbox One, right?
I would assume so. I believe that's how digital licenses work, unless they did a
Okay, yeah, because that'd be first off, it'd be pretty fucked up if you paid for it and now you don't own it anymore.
yeah, that
And then
would be very bad.
Yeah, and then it would be a different thing. Like say, okay, now you can't. Yeah, it just be really fucked up. And then say if you bought the Xbox SAD, you buy the Xbox SAD, and then you have Forza Horizon 3, and you're like, oh wait, I want to make space for a different game. I'll delete this, and then when I want to play it again, I'll download it later, and then you just can't download it again. So it's like, what did I pay for then? What did I pay for this?
All right, Spazzy, you can go eat breakfast. I'm about to trigger Hamada's inner mystery dungeon fanboy.
Oh,
Wait, I'll be back, guys.
So
Go
Hamada,
on.
what are your most wanted characters for Super Smash Brothers?
Oh,
You're asking both of us, or
Well.
just?
We'll go one at a time.
okay. Well, I mean, I have two characters most wanted. Obviously, I've mentioned them before. Scorpion or Sub-Zero, but mainly Scorpion, and Grovyle, of course, with Celebi
Can you explain your
from X
reasoning
Sky.
behind that very peculiar choice?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I don't know where you're going with this, but okay.
We just want to hear why. You're saying that you want these characters. We just want to know why.
Yeah, I just
Well,
want to know
I mean,
why.
Not purely because of the game, but I just really those two were very important characters in the game, and I think Mystery Dungeon is like a really popular one of the most popular Pokemon things that aren't the main series. Most popular Pokemon games that are main series. I'm not saying they need representation, but I just think Explore the Sky is such a good game, and Mystery Dungeon in general is so good that I just want them to have a fighter. And if they did, I think Grovyle and Celebi to characters like with a lot of potential if you put them together because they're kind of like partners in the game. Put them
Mhm.
together, they have a lot of potential. Like it can't be Groval's the main one, and then Celebi would like be over his shoulder, kind of like Arsene doing the specials. I just think they have a lot of potential for some cool stuff. I also just want Mystery Dungeon represented in the game at all because I just like all the music and stages so much. I just want one of them in. Also,
Okay.
not the completely irrelevant. I mean, back how they chose the characters back in late 2015 for
Mhm.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Well, by then, Grovile and the Celebi, not just anyone, did show up in Super Mystery Dungeon. So I'm not saying they were like front runners or anything, but it's not they were completely irrelevant.
Okay. And what about Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
Well, I just love Mortal Kombat. Think that they're very popular. That they're very popular characters, of course. So it's like I think that they could get in just fine. It's not like they need Gore with them to represent them, but they're such a popular duo, and both of them, and they just like bring a lot to the game, like Ryu did. They'd kind of be similar to Ryu, but different. I just think we need more fighting game characters because they fit very well in Smash and are very unique. So I'd like more. And obviously, if I want more, I'm gonna choose my Scorpion Sub-Zero because it's some of my favorite video game characters.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how about you, Phantom?
I got damn. So I guess first off,
Of course, I've said two of my most wanted. My two main most wanted. I still have more, but I'm not going to mention them. Go on.
I guess I was gonna just go for the rest of the fighter pass. Not who I think will get him, but who I want. I guess number one would be Sora, because I like Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts has been on Nintendo console several times, and they've already talked about wanting to at least give the Switch a chance with Kingdom Hearts 3, because what was it? I believe it was in an interview with Nomura at IGN during D23 when they first showed off Kingdom Hearts release date that ended up getting delayed. They were like, okay, well, Nomura was like, okay, well, we'll think about putting it on Switch after we're already done with PS4 and Xbox. That's what we're trying to do first before we do anything else. And then when HMK, who's a really really big, fairly big Zelda and Kingdom Hearts YouTuber.
Yeah.
He talked to, what was it? I think it was the some type of president or vice president of Disney Japan. It was like, what would be the possibility for Joker for Sora
Joker
and Smash Brothers.
What are you talking about?
For Joker and Smash Brothers, and he was like, well, okay, well, first off, it would be Nomura that they would have to talk to first, because they talked with him about the crossover stuff, and then but they also still want to focus on getting Kingdom Hearts 3 out first. So that's, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 is already out. So I think that at this point it's possible. Like, but again, with Square Enix, being already pretty stingy, it's gonna be kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Second character would be, oh man, I want Travis Touchdown after seeing what was it Shadow your Travis Strikes Back video.
Mhm.
I was like, damn, and then I started getting recommended. What was it? This, I don't remember. It was like this guy's No More Heroes retrospectives of like each game, like No More Heroes 1 and 2, where it's like it's a 2 hour long video.
I know the one.
Yeah, I was watching the video. I was like, wow, I'm so interested in this series now. I haven't played it yet. I want to. But
No
it's
More
like,
Heroes is great.
I really want this character now.
If you're interested, I have full Twitch playthroughs of both games.
All right. So yeah, that's kind of who the second character I want. Mostly just because I'm more interested in the character now.
Yeah.
Third.
Travis would be cool. I'd like him.
I guess would be, Heihachi. Kind of. I'm very mixed on who I want next. Like Heihachi also, because I want like. I'm cool. I'm cool enough with Heihachi.
I'm not saying you need to like Scorpion, obviously. I'm not saying you need to want, but like, what makes you think Heihachi would be like a more unique or cool, better fighting game rep?
Oh, I don't think he'll be unique. I just want Tekken to be represented.
Fair enough.
It's just, yeah.
Like how I just want Mortal Kombat to be represented for the music. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but Heihachi maybe, or another Capcom series. Like, I'm either Monster Hunter or Heihachi. Wait, that's not Capcom. Whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
my brain.
Say
Yeah.
Resident Evil. Just say Resident Evil and keep moving.
Nah, I don't know enough about Resident Evil, but what was it? Damn,
Ace
what did I just say?
Attorney, Devil May
But yeah,
Cry.
Monster Hunter. And then Devil May Cry. I haven't played Devil May Cry either. I watched my uncle play Devil May Cry. But other than that,
I haven't played
I don't know
Devil May
anything about it.
Cry, but it's getting a Netflix series like Castlevania and the Devil May Cry. I saw your Dream Smasher on it. Dante looks like he'd be really cool, so he's one of my. I'd like him a lot.
Badass.
Yeah, I guess I don't know who I want for a fourth character. I guess Minecraft Steve, because just for the fun of it, that'll make me happy, honestly.
Okay.
My tops are well, I've made 2 videos about them. My tops are Dante from the Devil May Cry series, trademark.
Right.
He's a cool dude. He's crazy, absolutely crazy, and he has a lot of moveset potential. You can literally make his entire moveset with stuff ripped from the games.
He's already in Smash. He's already in Smash. Just go to Joker and choose the 6th color.
No, stop that.
It's not Joker.
But
I mean,
yeah,
that's not Dante.
It's close enough.
Dante's really cool. He has a lot of potential. He could be easily one of the most unique characters if they don't just give him his sword and his guns. But still, even with his sword and his guns, he would be like very different. Hopefully he would not be Ike.
Do you think Dante would have a counter?
Dante would have Royal Guard, which is not a counter. You block attacks that are incoming, and you store the energy from those attacks, and you release them. So it's not an instant counter.
It's Pocket. It's Pocket, but for physical attacks.
What the?
So is that exactly what Joker does?
No. Doesn't Joker like store energy to activate his persona?
Yeah, Joker doesn't hit back. Joker doesn't like store a move to hit back. He just gets his.
I know, but I just mean like mechanically, as far as being hit and storing energy because of that.
It's actually a lot like Incineroar's Revenge. Not literally getting hit back with the same move, but like getting hit, storing the power, and then hitting back harder.
Well, no. I would disagree, because what happens is that when you use Rebel's Guard and you let go at the right time, he does it pushes you back a little bit, like Incineroar's Revenge. But if you don't, then he just drops the guard.
Okay.
But no matter what, if you hit him while he's using Rebel Guard, it just charges up his persona.
So the thing with Royal Guard in Devil May Cry is that your timing is just right. You take no damage. So you can negate damage while building up that meter, and that's a pretty cool system. That would be really good to see in Smash. If Dante only has like his sword and his guns, even just including all of his styles, would make him enough to make him very different. Next up is Flynn from Shin Megami Tensei. I don't really have a rep
I feel
that
like they
super want from Shin Megami Tensei, and actually, I was very afraid with Joker that they were going to waste the potential of Megami Tensei rep. But actually, they included nothing from Megami Tensei in Joker.
I feel like they avoided Jack Frost for a reason.
I feel like there's
Literally just said that.
I feel like I was repeating. I was agreeing. Yes. But yes. I feel like there's actually a possibility for Shin Megami Tensei eventually. They're leaving that possibility open.
You know what would have been really
me too.
funny? If in the American version of the DLC it says Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4, Persona 3, but in Japan it's just Persona 4 and Persona 3.
Does it say Shin Megami Tensei?
It just says Persona 3 and Persona 4.
Okay,
yeah, I was really happy about that. I was like, oh no.
But yeah, I don't really have a preferred Shin Megami Tensei rep. I just want Shin Megami Tensei to be in the game and be represented well. I would be okay with Flynn, Demi Fiend, or the protagonist from the first game, he doesn't have a name. He's just called the hero.
I saw your.
I would be okay with Jack Frost too.
I saw your Flynn Dream Smash, but no offense, but could you like give a quick rundown on it again? Like not much, just like what Flynn could do to make him unique.
Flynn summons demons.
Oh, so he'd be like
he'd be a summoner,
what people expected Joker to be.
What people expected Joker to be. Yes. Yeah, he would summon different demons from the series to do his bidding. He could summon Jack Frost. He could summon Pyro Jack, the Jack brothers. He could summon Jack the Ripper. Let's not talk about that one. But yeah, there's a lot of iconic demons from the series, and they were not used at all in Joker's moveset, which is very weird to me.
Since Joker only used like one persona, I could see Flynn only using demon or like one type, maybe like all the Jacks if they're all related like that. I don't see him using all of them, like, because if they're gonna do that, why didn't Joker use all the personas? But either way, I could see him happening.
Yeah,
though people wouldn't be happy. Who cares about people?
I could see Flynn being based around the Jack brothers. I actually made a set based around the Jack brothers. It's on the website. Check it out. Dream Smasher Flynn. Type that in Google, you'll find it. But yeah, just like summoning demons that could maybe act independently for a little bit and then go away, or just like they could attack and you could
Gigi's Final Smash returns.
They could attack and then you could do other moves while they're attacking, like Zelda's Phantom. You summon them and then you go off and do your own thing, and you use it to like lead into other stuff. Just a whole like special set based around that kind of idea would be cool. And
I'd be up for that.
There's a lot of potential for Flynn, and last but not least, Travis Touchdown. I want Travis in the game. I don't care if he's like too adult. You could just tone it down. No More Heroes is very self-aware. They could literally just make Travis crack jokes about how he can't do the shit that he's known for.
That's a good point.
True.
I really don't think that, like, the character's too mature to get into Smash is a very stupid point. I mean, I'm a Scorpion supporter, so of course I think that, but, like,
we have Bayonetta. We've hit the threshold already. We have Bayonetta.
They literally replaced all-out attacks. They literally replaced all-out attacks blow to sparkles. They can do whatever they want to get past the too old thing. Hell, and Joker's gun. I know it's not a real gun or something, but
those are some great sparkles, by the way. That's probably my favorite part about Joker. Those sparkles. I don't know why, but
another thing about my bad if I cut you off. Sorry, go ahead, finish.
That's fine. That's it. That's all I'd say.
Oh, okay. Like the thing is that it was the sparkles also work well because one of Persona 5's motifs is also stars with its design. So it's not like it's completely out of nowhere either.
Yeah,
yeah, that's my point. I mean,
and
also, I don't think there's ever a character who's like defined by being too mature for Smash. Smash can fit them in no matter what. At least popular characters, like no one comes to mind.
You heard it here first, guys. Leisure Suit Larry, next DLC character.
No. Was he published by Nintendo in Japan or in Japanese? Has the other game come out in Japan? Yeah.
Digimon Rep is possible. Digimon started as a video game, didn't it?
It started as like the Tamagotchi things. So
it's
I mean, if you want to count that as a video game, yeah.
It's a technicality. It could be possible. It could be possible. Also, the thing with Joker now in Smash is that he has a gun that is very clearly based on a real-world gun. It is in universe. It's a model gun. Sure, whatever, but it looks and functions.
They don't even mention
like
anything about
being
fake in the game. They don't mention it being fake in game. They just say a gun.
Yeah, they don't mention it actually being.
Well,
fake?
I don't know if that's the case because I don't like check these characters. For like, was it the extra info about them? Like, you know how when you get it on the loading screen, I've never actually went and checked it on my own. But I would assume that they probably do say that it's a gun. That's not a real gun.
Either way, in the big stuff like the direct or not the direct, you know the.
Yeah. They didn't say what kind. Like they didn't talk about the origin of it.
And the name of this move is Gun.
Gun. That's
yeah.
it.
Mr. Zanzibar.
Gun, really just gun.
How would you make a point-and-click character in a fighting game? Check out Phoenix Wright in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh man, can I get King Graham from King's Quest? That'd be a great character.
Okay, so Spazzy, what are your most wanted?
I already got them, man. I'm fine. It's really,
Who were they?
I just really wanted the Belmonts. I really wanted Ridley. That was it.
Yep.
I mean, there's definitely characters I want. I'll say I really want Ryo Hayabusa.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we don't have a traditional ninja type character. I know that we
I think Sheik and Good Ninja are
Yeah, I know
close
we have
enough. I
Sheik.
don't think like to the point where you don't need a quota of a ninja.
I mean, I get that, but there's like a very specific video game ninja archetype that's like this katana wielding, shuriken throwing, like
Just give us
ninja.
Genji. Just give us Genji.
Genji would fall into that too. There's a lot of characters that would, but I feel like out of all of the video game ninjas, Ryo Hayabusa is the ninjiest ninja of that can ninja. Like he's just like such like a quintessential type of video game trope, basically.
Yeah, I see your point.
And I really loved the modern hack and slash games that started on the Xbox. I still think Ninja Gaiden Black is one of the best examples of the genre all these years later. The original NES games were really iconic to the hardware. He's actually somebody that has like a ton of moveset potential, so I'd like him.
Ninja Gaiden was in The Wizard.
I would also
Ninja
Double
Gaiden.
Dragon.
Ninja Gaiden.
So is Double Dragon, but we're not gonna bring up Billy and Jimmy Lee.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
Then about okay. So Doom Guy. It's funny. That's why I like that one leak. I'm like, I don't really care about other characters, but I do like Doom Guy and Ryu Hayabusa a lot. Doom Guy is very much like I'll say either Doom Guy or Master Chief. Very different characters, but I feel like they cover a lot of the same ground. So if we get one, I wouldn't necessarily want the other as bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Doom Guy edges it out just because I love Doom music. I like Halo music too, but I feel like Doom music in Smash would be really great. I feel like it'd be really awesome to have a stage in Smash Brothers that's literally hell. And I want a character that like really is a first person shooter character that originated from that genre. We still don't really have that. Yeah. All these characters and with as big as that genre is. So we got Hayabusa, we've got Doom Guy, Lara Croft. I don't know if Lara would have the most unique moveset, but you could do some cool stuff with her. But I feel like she might be the biggest icon not in Smash. If you ask random people on the street to like name video game characters or show them pictures, I feel like a lot of people still know who Lara Croft is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think so too.
Like has like kind of transcended beyond video game culture. She's kind of one of the most important female characters in gaming, to be honest with you. You could do
3 movies,
which I think in total gross makes it the second most successful video game adaptation series of all time after Resident Evil. That's just how it is.
Wait till Detective Pikachu comes out.
I know, man. But yeah, I think you could do something interesting with her because she has a lot of, especially if you can kind of mix and match old Lara with new Lara. Like the double guns is a neutral, but then you could have her with her bow and arrow, and you could actually, because something I was thinking maybe you could do with a character like Decidueye is you could have the bow and arrow and actually have her switch ammo to use different types of arrows, which would be interesting. So she could have poison arrows and trap arrows and rope arrows and other things. So yeah, I would say her. So that's 3. So I got one more.
Yeah. Right.
Can do one more, but if 3 is enough, it's fine.
That's there's a lot of characters that I like. I kind of want just because I like the games. Like I really like Chrono Trigger and he could be cool, but I feel like we're approaching saturation point with JRPG characters.
That's
I'm yeah.
Yep.
Push Dustin said he's like I think that they're gonna reveal 2 characters and one first party and one third party
at E3.
At E3, and he's like, my guesses are Byleth from Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem, and Erdrick. And I'm like, man,
Yup.
I'm just saying, if the first 3 characters out of a 5-character pass are all JRPG characters, and that 2 of them were revealed at the heavily Western-focused E3, that's not the best marketing.
I think that's actually a good thing because JRPGs don't do phenomenal. Not counting Pokemon.
Yeah.
and the West. Like I get that like Dragon Quest
so
is like a huge thing over in Japan. It's not that much here. And then what was it for Persona 5? Persona 5 did amazingly well in America. So
a weird series for me is Resident Evil because I want Resident Evil representation, but I feel like it won't be that exciting.
Resident Evil is like the biggest franchise that's not currently in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like there's some horror in here, honestly.
Because Resident Evil is Capcom's like most successful franchise by a large mile.
What about Monster Hunter?
No,
but Resident Evil's way.
Resident Evil has sold like 100 million total or something like that.
Ah,
it's huge.
Get to Capcom's official page and I'll grab some numbers for it.
Okay. But yeah, I think Byleth is the most likely Nintendo DLC fighter to answer the chat who asked that question like 3 minutes ago. Byleth doesn't have the same problem that Chrom did with the last game because he has a chain whip sword. The moveset's done.
Oh yeah. Wait, chain whip sword?
Yes, he has a chain whip sword. If you pay attention to the trailer, Ivy, he's gonna be Ivy. He's gonna be the Ivy of Smash. If you pay attention to the Fire Emblem Three Houses trailer, you can see him with the sword that the guy in the original trailer used at the end of it. Chain whip sword.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
He's if he comes with the chain whip sword, I'd be okay with that, honestly, because that's pretty rad.
The top 5 Capcom franchises: Resident Evil with 86 million units.
86 million. Okay, it was close.
Yeah, Monster Hunter with 53.
Oh, okay.
Street Fighter with 42 million. I think Mega Man with 34 million and Devil May Cry with 17.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess up the number by like 2 million since Devil May Cry 5 came out.
Oh. And I don't know if these Mega Man unit sales include 11, but still, those wouldn't have been that much.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh yeah, and then some other titles. And a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, Dead Rising at 13 million. Yay, Dead Rising.
Oh, great. It's the series with 2 good games. Ooh.
I'm back. What I miss?
We're talking about Capcom. Just talking about Capcom.
And their sales.
Hey, Chad, I just got my Switch. If anyone wants to play Smash, let me know.
Oh boy.
Hey, download the stage that Extreme put up here earlier.
I put it in the staff chat. Oh. But yeah, we've been going for over 2 hours. Do you guys think it's time to wrap it up?
And it's not morning anymore.
It's not morning anymore. It's 1:38 p.m. for me.
Same here.
Well, if you guys are done, excuse me while I talk about Pokemon and Smash. Okay, joking.
No.
If you want to see Hamada talk about Pokemon and Smash, follow him on Twitter. If you want to see any of our thoughts at all times, follow us on Twitter. We all have Twitters. I will put them in the chat and add them to the description later.
You know what I think is going to be fun? I'm going to do this real quick. So we were talking. They're like,
what?
I said, you know what'll be fun? They're like, isn't Dragon's Quest and Resident Evil the biggest ones? I'm like, yeah, Dragon's Quest is huge. But so right now I'm looking at Wikipedia's page of franchise. So let's just go down. This will be really fun, just for a second. So number 1 is Mario. Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Pokemon.
Wait. Say it again.
Pokemon Smash.
I kind of got mixed up in your words, and I kind of didn't understand.
Okay. No, so here's a list of the best-selling video game franchises.
Okay.
Right? Number 1 of all time is Mario.
Okay.
5 million, but let's not worry about the numbers. Mario is in Smash Brothers.
Right.
Then Bond is in Smash Brothers. This is Pokemon's number 2.
Not
Number
enough.
3 is Call of Duty
Yeah.
in Smash Brothers.
Keep that out of Smash Brothers.
Number 4 is Grand Theft
Keep-
Auto.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto will also not be in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
FIFA?
wrong. There are
FIFA?
icons that are too mature.
Yeah. FIFA's already in
Te-
Smash.
Yeah.
The soccer
Te-
item.
Tetris.
That's that. Why isn't that in Smash? I don't get it.
Music's in
It
Smash.
is. Yeah,
Wait, there
music.
is?
Yeah.
There is? Okay.
It was
I'll
on.
take
It's been on Luigi's Mansion since Brawl, and now it's in the other music section.
Wait, what, Tetris?
Why is it on Luigi's Mansion?
Don't
Oh,
ask.
they needed to put it somewhere.
They could have put it on Hannibal.
No, Hannibal
yeah.
doesn't have music. It plays its
Just
own
have
music. That's the point.
That's why you give it music.
Yeah. Also, the Wii series was above there, but I'm not counting it. After Tetris is Minecraft,
Which is gonna get in.
154 million.
We'll see about
Which-
that.
By the way, Needs for Speed always blows my mind that it sold 150 million copies because I don't know anyone that's a big Need for Speed fan.
Yeah, I played the arcade game that was at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
I put the Fast and Furious game that was at Chuck E. Cheese. Put Fast and Furious in Smash.
From here on, I'm going to avoid racing games and sports games and licensed games.
Okay.
But then
And Minecraft.
We already passed mine.
Final Fantasy,
I'm
Fantasy,
joking.
okay.
142 million.
hmm
Mario, which is in Smash. Mario Kart, which is in Smash. Then Sonic the Hedgehog,
in Smash.
which Smash. Wii Sports, which is in Smash. Then Assassin's Creed, which is not in Smash. I think
Okay.
Assassin's Creed is a big one that there's a huge possibility of that people just don't talk about. A proponent of it, I'm just saying like it's a legit possibility.
Hmm.
I don't
Not
think.
before Rayman, please.
Not because
don't
I'd rather the more cartoony character.
Me too, but Assassin's Creed has sold more copies than The Legend of Zelda, which is the next one up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed has sold 100 million.
Wow.
Legend of Zelda sold 91.
So close.
90. So,
That'll change when was it Link's Awakening comes out. Maybe, hopefully.
Resident Evil's right behind Zelda, so that's a big one.
Okay.
Then at 76 million is Dragon's Quest. So yeah, Resident Evil, Dragon's Quest. Then after that, the next big one is Tomb Raider at 74 million, Halo at
Mhm.
70 million.
Hey.
The Oregon Trail at 65 million. So Oregon Trail rapper band. Battlefield, Just Dance, Crash Bandicoot at 60. Then it
Crash for
then,
Smash.
When you said Battlefield, I was like, the stage is already in the game. What do you mean?
Wait,
And I was like, oh wait a minute.
yeah.
When are we getting the
Then
wagon
Donkey Kong-
in Smash? The final
Donkey
Smash
Kong-
will be like fording the river.
Donkey Kong, Metal Gear, Monster Hunter, then Smash Bros. Itself, then Elder Scrolls, so you get some Skyrim in there. Then the next big ones are Tekken at 47, Mortal Kombat at 45, and I'm gonna like kind of wrap it off there. And Pac-Man at 43, or at
Yeah.
42.
Mortal Kombat outsold Street Fighter?
I sure did. But here's the thing about Street Fighter: that doesn't include the versus games.
I also don't think it would include arcade sales.
And arcade, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
there's,
think
there's
if
a
you
separate
were-
list of most profitable.
okay,
It's
yeah, if you were to count, I think if you were to count arcade, I think Pac-Man would be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, and let's end it with Kingdom Heart at 30 million. That's my cutoff.
What number is that?
Sorry, Rayman at 26 million. You didn't make it.
What number is that? Like in terms of like
Mhm.
not
Um,
in terms of sale, but like in terms of the list. What number?
the list isn't actually listed. I was just kind of counting it off. So
Uh,
what I'm
fair.
gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the chat, and if you or anyone else wants to see it, it's there. It's an
Alright.
interesting read. I'd suggest people look over it if they want to. It helps put things into perspective.
That's fair. All right, so that was a long boy of a stream there.
stream for 2 hours.
2 hours, 30 minutes.
Oh, seminars. I mean, it depends on if the stream's still on. I mean, if the stream's off, then we might as well not.
The stream's
but-
off now. It's
Okay,
it
ending
is?
Sorry, next
now. It's ending
Oh.
now.
Oh wait, we gotta say thank you to Duke of Dorks.
Yeah, thank
and
you,
for our lovely
thank you
patrons,
to
and
all of
for
our
you guys to watching.
patrons. Thank you for all of our patrons for your support. Thank you to the Duke of Dorks, our super patron. Link to his channel should be in the description. I hope it's not broken again.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, quick news before we go off.
What?
Colin just became a fighter in the Discord, and I don't.
Great.
You probably know what that character is. I don't know what that is.
Booty pick.
I'll put it in the staff room chat. I don't know who this is.
That's Paul McCartney.
Oh my god.
Oh god damn it, man!
The Beatles.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Oh,
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Next week, hopefully, I'll be more prepared. If I'm still doing it again.
Nah, Good Morning Source Game is canceled after this.
Good morning. Source Gaming is canceled. A Shadow Link is fired.
Don't worry, I'll carry the torch.
Oh no.
We'll talk about Pokemon and
God.
Smash all day.
All right. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see ya. Catch you on the flip side. Yeah,
Hopefully soon.
bye.
Bye.
See ya.